like when it's handy, it will be handy.
Right.
Like the thing is that
Because of our group.
this series of levels
shit.
right here, nothing is like extremely like essential to the class.
Yeah.
All of them are very situational, which basically means
Oh, but once. Wait, when I get to this, do I get to choose again?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you get to choose each time.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
So-
for that one, it's
Yeah.
just
So
like,
for this situation.
I was gonna, like, normally I would say there's no fucking way that we'll ever be playing at level 16 or whatever that is.
Hey, now
But
that kind of
this, yeah, well, I mean, in a normal scenario,
attitude. Hey, listen,
This is
I've
gone on for
never,
a
I've
while.
never gotten
sounds like
to that.
a
Yeah,
sounds like a chump talk, and he's gonna die before he hits
I
level
feel like
14.
this one we could probably go that far.
All right.
Get to the point where you're saving countries, not
Right,
worlds.
yeah.
I know, I still want to play this.
All right. I'll be Eagle for now. Just
What?
what?
E8.
we're not quitting.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, this one's solid. Almost every other one falls apart by this point.
This
Everything
one's
that I've
pretty well
already been
fallen
to.
apart and cobbled back
No,
together.
like,
Yeah.
but like people just leave, like they don't
Yeah.
show up, or they just don't have consistent. Like Trav's
Ian.
like every Saturday, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
You're here, you're not,
By the way,
and I
I'm
think
gonna miss a
that
couple
makes it.
Saturdays.
I know.
But like that's what makes it stick together. I think.
You'll
That's
just be
both
a low-level
parties.
bastard. Wow. That is my class.
See how consistently we level up. Sure, you'll be fine.
I also made my new favorite terrain forest. Well, I have desert and forest now, guys, so
That's convenient. We're in a
we
forest.
don't need to be lost in the forest anymore.
Well,
We don't need
Yay.
pokey, is what you're saying.
Woo!
Whoa. I feel like a little bit hurt by that.
Yeah,
Right?
John's like,
Meat
I just wanted
is
to
my
activity.
I feel like I want to get some use out of this fucking mini I bought.
And it's not painted yet. So.
Hey, it might come in on Sunday as soon as.
So who wants to do the recap?
Sam.
Oh come on, guys! I have too much information.
The last thing I wrote was about the unicorn horn, which is
The last thing I wrote
the beginning.
about was the bard singing a sourpuss song to Pokey and him being super sad and thinking about images of past pain with Gregor and his bloody sister across the floor.
Oh,
Well, first he
yeah.
was relaxed and enjoying it, and then
Unconstituted died. Fortunately, didn't lose
Mostly
any
dead.
eyeballs or anything either, which is good.
Pokey made some moves, man. Pokey really got us, like, finally got us.
Travis wasn't playing it, so it started working out.
Pretty
It's
much.
like Solar Beam, except for he had to like harness energy for several sessions before he could just unload.
For the entirety.
For no
Yeah,
campaign.
Yes.
Which I think
Ultimate
He just needed a
solar
real
beam.
monster to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
The-
a real.
as opposed to that one that took Roz.
So what happened with the
Just a fake
what happened with
one.
the unicorn, you guys? Like it rejuvenated.
No,
No,
it
we
died.
took
It
its-
died and planted memories.
Its
and,
face
and,
dissolved into a human skull.
Planted
But
memories
first it
in Banana's head
but
to,
first
like,
it was like rejuvenated, right? It had the one leg.
Oh yeah, that was in the fight.
Yeah.
And then it died again.
Yeah. Pokey healed it.
Re-died.
And
It
then
came back and did some stuff.
And then its skull was like a
Human
skull.
Humanish,
cut the horn
humanoid
out.
skull.
Yeah, so as you were cut, well, it basically told you to cut the horn out, right?
Supposed
Yeah.
to go to the
And-
unseelie courts.
Yeah.
Yep. And with no seals.
Mm-hmm.
Go take John.
Um,
Go
so-
hang out with Seal.
Banana holds horn while unicorn
It's gonna be a
dissipates.
really
Images
weird,
of
like,
tall,
late
slender,
2000s, like,
deformed
R&B
humanoid in
hip-hop
front of her.
scene or
Wow.
something.
Unicorn asks her
happened to you, and he goes, "What?"
And then
It's
when
getting
we
in character.
wait, did you get the crow before or after that?
He woke up and the
I
crow was
remember
there.
the order. Yeah, I
We
woke up
awake-
and then the crow came and landed on my shoulder.
The moon was being sketchy. Baldric was like, "We need to look for that kid."
Yeah.
And that's when we found like the statues and stuff, and we were investigating like the statues and the whatever. You went down. Who went down? Who went down into the well?
You guys are completely
That was
skipping.
Banana.
You guys are completely skipping Harvey Winetree, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
the
that's
creepy
true.
tree.
Yeah, so
That's ridiculous.
Are we? The tree was ridiculous.
wait, was the tree
I'm
before
still,
we went to
I'd
sleep?
like some. Yeah.
I thought the tree was after we went to sleep.
Yeah.
No, it was.
It was.
It was.
Yeah, so the tree used to be a dragonborn, and he was like, come over here, come closer,
Turn into trees with me.
hang out with me, I'm so lonely, why don't you name me,
I
Banana?
spent too long here and turned into a tree. Won't you hang out with
And
me?
then
Like,
Baldric
sure.
began to take root, and then
Baldric.
Baldric ate the apple first, and then we figured out that
Read your
eating the
impulse.
apple caused great pain to Nectarine,
So we all
the
did
tree,
So,
but it also freed them from the roots, so
You
everybody-
Yeah,
needed
go-
a nectarine.
I did.
yeah, Banana did.
Oh,
It
right.
asked me. to name
banana.
it.
They wanted Banana to name it.
Because they were both dragonborn at one time.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yes.
Pokey's like, what the fuck?
This
Oh, my
whole
breadcrumbs
time.
are gone.
Oh
And then
yeah.
he's scared. He's like, we're fucked because of the Fae. What did
We're
he
lost
say?
in the Feywild.
He said, I think we are fucked. I think we are in the Feywild.
You guys fucked with the
And you
statue
said,
for a bit.
hello, down the well.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was before the
That
tree.
sounds like-
You guys fucked
yeah.
with the statue for a bit.
Yeah, we found a statue of
What? That was after.
It was really well made.
It was before the tree, but after the sleep.
Titania.
Titania, the queen of the Sealy Court.
Yes.
Not the unsealy
Yeah,
court,
yeah.
like we're looking for.
Proper-
The Sealy Court.
With the
Properly
one with the
sealed,
seals.
making sure no
Yeah.
moisture gets inside.
Hella seals.
Hell, the seals.
So after
the
Banana
marble
goes down
statue
to the
of
well, we
Titanium
all
the
followed,
seal.
right? We all followed Banana down the well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we met Jayin and helped get through a puzzle.
It's alright.
Did I say it wrong again?
Don't worry
Jaw.
about
Jaw. Like I think jaw rule. Jaw
Yeah,
in.
there you
Java.
go. And I do roll, so, you know. it's even better.
Jayin rules. See, there we go. I'll remember it now. Anybody want to add any more?
Yeah, we solved a puzzle.
Yeah.
The three sharps.
We solved the puzzle. We solved the puzzle. Got a
Malarkey
musical
solved the puzzle.
instrument, and
Yeah, I got like a loot or something.
Yep.
yeah, actually, I probably should have checked in on Travis to see if I could do anything with that, but I forgot.
Probably play
If
music.
you could do anything with what?
With the instrument, I.
The Mac.
Yeah,
How do you say
I-
it? Mac Pyramid?
Yeah, if you want to know,
Pyramid?
if you want to know,
You have to study
properties
it
of that.
intently.
What the hell are you
I
saying?
can tell you.
That's the name of the thing. It's
Okay.
Or send it to me.
The Mac
if you could,
Pyramid.
if you have it
The
somewhere
weird
that could be
instrument.
sent. If not, just
Pyramid.
pass it over and I'll let you know.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. That's how it's spelled.
It's
It's
an
spelled
acoustic
No.
theremin.
Oh, a
Fair-
theremin.
Is it Fairman?
Oh,
Wow, I wrote some weird words here.
It's a sitter.
theremin, right?
It
I
can.
don't know. I wrote it really weird.
Sitar.
But that
It
sounds
requires
right.
attunement. Well, I mean, it can be used without attunement, but there's
Every instrument
there's
requires
punishments.
attunement.
Ah!
Can
Heyo.
be used without it.
It sounds terrible.
It has 3 spells that can be cast once per dawn.
Oh, nice.
I think I spelled it the way Trav
bark
told me to
skin.
spell it.
Nice.
What the hell?
Cure wounds.
Okay.
That's handy.
Go.
We
And
definitely
fog
need
cloud.
more of
I can do
All
that
right.
that. The hell is
Fog
bark
cloud.
skin?
And it can
Like from
how
a
many
tree.
what do you say on the casts?
Maybe.
Three
It's
three
like,
casts on
It's like
dawn.
an armoring
Yes.
spell.
3 casts on dawn.
Okay.
Raises your
So-
armor
'Cause
class.
I'm like,
Yeah, each spell can be cast once per dawn.
Okay, once per dawn. Alright.
Tree armor. Yeah.
once
Um,
per dawn.
It's like it's a druid
Grayscale.
spell. Yeah. Yeah.
Without
Yeah.
without attunement, so
Oh,
if someone
gosh.
other than a bard tries to play this instrument, must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or take 2d4 psychic damage. And
Wait, a what saving throw? Obviously was
DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
I'll nail it.
I got this.
Anyone in earshot must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or also take 2d4 psychic damage.
What the hell? This thing is
So
scary.
don't touch my shit.
Okay, Ash.
Also, don't play it.
Oh shit!
He's not around anymore. I don't know who
That's
you're
what I
talking
thought, but
Like, who's this Ash person you keep calling me?
Did
Your
you know,
new Ash.
Did you want to know about the book that you guys got, Tim?
Yes.
Okay.
Book of exercises.
Was it written in Elven?
Why didn't I
did you
write
say?
that down?
No.
Okay.
Because
It's written in common.
I, as
Perfect.
Ash, whenever we got to the end
So
of
I
the
was-
Minotaur thing, I
I made a
snatched
note
it
to
up,
myself
chucked it
that I
in the
was
bag
gonna
of
try to
holding,
read it.
holding while nobody else is really wanting to inquire about it. So.
Honestly,
Also, I may have written about it.
It probably would be most favorable for Ash's, I mean for Ra's use.
Word.
Nice to know what it
oh, it's a
does.
pirate minion. Oh, but it's
So-
a shoe.
But you're a barbarian. Can you read?
Gainful
read.
exercise.
The manual of gainful
She
exercise.
just has to read
What
phonetically.
about them gainful
Which
exercises?
is like true to life.
This book describes fitness exercises, and its words are charged with magic.
Wow.
If you spend
It's in my
48
possession.
hours,
That's what I thought. It's gonna give me some strength. Come on, come on.
48 hours
Yeah!
over a period of 6 days or fewer, studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines, your strength score increases by 2,
Yup.
Holy
as
shit.
does your maximum for that score. So if you have 20 strength, you can actually get 22 strength.
That's insane, by the way. That's really
Yeah.
good. You want that.
Yeah, that's.
It's funny that I
The
kinda
manual
that
then
shit.
loses its magic, but regains it in a century.
That's not that long,
We don't
right?
have to wait 100
What's your
years.
strength?
I can
we,
wait
we
100
need to
years.
like time travel,
What's your
like hide it,
Time
slide
travel
it,
back to it.
come back.
Yours is
100
20
years,
though, right?
like
But
like
it'll
go
be
back
100 years in the
22.
future.
Go 100, yeah, 100 years
And
in the
like
past.
later, when you're
Leave
a
it somewhere
barbarian,
safe.
you lose that.
Go back to
seeding
the present,
anyways, and
find
it
if it's
goes
still
up
there.
again.
Sounds
you can
like
have
A good use.
you
of
can have
the
like a
spell.
maximum.
Yeah,
So
right.
you
strength
can
of,
read
like,
it for
I wish I could go to
6
the exact
days
place.
and 48
the
hours.
exact
48
time
hours.
we're
But
doing
that
now,
means only
and then
one of
come
us
right
can
back.
use it per
Yep.
10 years.
No.
Yoink!
Wait, what?
You get super
Century.
jacked.
Yeah.
Goddamn, if I
Yeah,
was still
fuck that.
Ash,
We gotta
I'd be
choose
an
careful.
ultra
It's in
jacked
my
wizard.
possession.
Elf,
I mean, I kind
elf.
of am. Never mind. I'm an
I
ultra
have-
jacked
Yeah.
wizard. I'm just
What are you
evil
talking
now.
I live for like 1,000 years.
But
Not
will
me. I'm kind of human.
Yeah, you will.
we make it 100 years in this
You're
campaign
half-orc.
for 2 of us to use it? Yeah, exactly. So
And I
Well,
believe
I have 20
right now
strength.
you have all the items in your backpack.
Yeah, I do.
no, I have all the items in the bag of
Oh, right,
holding.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I
you
meant.
do.
Oh, you have the bag of holding. I thought you.
I passed it off to her.
Oh.
so
True.
She was
You
gonna,
have the bag of holding.
because I was gonna go try and take the horn off of the unicorn while it was still alive.
And you
And
didn't
in
want to.
case I got killed by the wizard, I passed the bag of holding on to her.
Probably a good move. All things considered.
Right. So,
I just love your earrings.
where you guys had just left off
Your
was
earrings, I
that
love them.
We're at the end of the picking up the loot, right? Or
Four.
sitar or whatever.
This.
It's a
no,
sitar.
actually. So,
Not really back off, bitch.
Jia Yen, right? Jia Yen.
Giant.
Yes.
Jia Yen had
Jia
just
Yen.
played some music for
Right.
Pokey.
Made him profound.
He cries the entrance. You guys had pulled the instrument off. Jia Yen had pulled the instrument off, and then he played a little song for Pokey, and Pokey remembered his marriage in the forests surrounding Midtown. And then he pinched his cheek, and in the pain that he was in, Pokey remembered his wife being slaughtered by King Roscoe Blackwood. And
Wait.
being drug away,
Sorry. I'll wait till you're done.
and remember being drug away, or remember dragging her towards him as she left a bloody trail.
Backstory.
And then that's where we ended the session.
Yeah.
You
this is
didn't
it.
tell us about the other book, did you?
There wasn't another book.
What other book?
Oh, I lied. It was the instrument.
Yeah, you pulled the instrument off of the
okay.
block
Oh,
that was a
there
very
was-
similar block.
Okay, and it had like the same kind of covers.
And so you guys were left in that 25 foot by 25 foot room with the rune letters on the floor. The portcullis had just dropped open, and then that's when that all happened with the music. And Pokey kind of comes out of his senses, like a little bit dazed. He kind of regains his sight, and he's looking back at the 6 of you. He's still like got that reminiscent feeling that one would get waking up from a dream, where it felt real. He was almost transported back to that moment. You could feel the physical sensations, the smells, the tastes, the touch, and all of a sudden he's transported back to this small cube at the bottom of a well in the stagnant air that you're all standing in. And for a second, thinks that this might perhaps be the dream, and that what he just saw is real.
You good, Bookie?
Oh, right, yes. Yeah, fine. Beautiful music, Bard.
My music takes people places. It's
Yeah.
good.
A little uncomfortable. I'd say,
Sometimes a good song can make you feel uncomfortable.
we gotta
Gonna go?
we gotta be careful with our emotions here. I mean, the Feywild is kind of run on emotion, so
Sick.
I think I'm just gonna groom myself really quick.
Oh,
You guys are talking.
now
Figure out
I'm
where we wanna go from
uncomfortable.
here.
Now
He
I'm
kind of
good.
goes off into the corner and kind of starts like licking off his fur. And
I'm for getting out of here.
Yikes.
Again, I would like to get back to Midtown. Or any place. Midtown's nice. I'm tired of this place. It's kind of gross.
I don't like this place either. But I was wondering if are we not gonna look for the girl? See
What
if she's
girl?
in the area.
Oh yeah,
The girl
the
we
girl
told
that you
you
guys
about.
lost. That's right.
The girl that we
I forgot
bought.
about you. The girl you lost.
Are we
Not
just-
lost until we leave.
Yeah.
Then she's lost.
I mean, do we know that she's lost though?
We know
Let's
that
just pretend
she's
she went to a magical unicorn
You're
place.
such a
Well, that's-
good mom.
That is right. I'm pretty sure you're her mom.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We don't know that she didn't get teleported to someplace safe, so it's irresponsible for us to go running around looking for her in a
Yeah.
place that we don't
Can I
know
use
she's
my
She
e-
might have
can I
been
use
moved
my
to a safe
eagle eye?
place, therefore it would be bad of us
Yeah.
to try and take her away from that place that might be good.
Yeah,
Can I
waste of
use
time.
Right.
Waste of time.
Underground.
Dangerous for us.
Oh.
We should just leave.
No, we're not.
Completely
We're not
agree.
underground anymore. We walked out. We
I'm
like
thinking
walked
about
out the
it
door,
from an
right?
above the table
No, you haven't walked through the
perspective,
doorway
like, I don't wanna
I thought we
fucking be
did. I
charged
thought the
of a
door
little
opens in
girl
front
for
and we
some
safely
fucking
move
She's
ahead.
worth at least 250
She'd be-
gold,
she'd
so
be
we
like
could
Rose.
sell her.
Uncle Kevin.
She's
would be
worth at
responsible
most
for it.
I wrote after he got
Okay,
the.
'cause
You
I'm
ended
like,
in the
I don't
dream
wanna have
sequence.
to fucking.
No, we didn't. No, we woke up from the dream
Mm-hmm.
and.
Pokey.
Pokey dream.
Pokey. You ended on the Pokey dream sequence.
Yeah, Pokey was dreaming. You guys.
Okay, his daydreaming, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that before the pokey thing happened,
Yeah, but we're still underground. We're still in that tunnel.
so we're just
That's a
in
cute
the
raw
tunnel.
face, but it is though.
Okay,
We
you
went
guys,
down-
you
we
guys
went
went
down
to
the
the
well.
portcullis,
We
but
did-
you're
okay.
in a tunnel.
Yeah, we
Okay.
went down the well.
You
We like army. You brought
Yeah, that I get.
Yeah.
That I get. I'm
Yeah.
just wondering.
So if you guys went through the doorway, you're just in a tunnel.
Okay.
I mean, we can like, you know.
So my
work-
eagle sense will.
I personally think it would be a great idea if we just worked our way back towards the town, and if we happen to find any little girls, we maybe deal with it then.
Yeah, how does one
not-
get into the void?
If we find a little girl, we'll just kill whatever ones come our way.
I mean,
Oh my
I
feel like
I
you're
like
not grasping this.
I like
entirely. I like the enthusiasm.
deal with it because it's an open way of phrasing. You know, we could maybe make decisions once we bump into that. But
She
Yeah, listen-
probably.
listen-
Cross that bridge once we murder that baby.
My major
I got you.
concern
You're getting closer.
with everything you guys are talking about is it
Oh,
that you think you can just like go back to town. We're in the Feywild. We gotta find a way out.
well, I mean,
I
that's
mean, we
what
found
that's
our
what
way
we're talking
in.
about. Pokey. We're talking about finding our way out. Are you gonna?
I'm just saying, you go back where you came from, it's not gonna look like where you came from.
What if you keep going?
You keep going to nowhere.
it's gotta be somewhere.
So back isn't back, and forward isn't back. What about left?
Emotion
Sounds
and
like a
chaos rule the Feywild. We're in a bit of a sticky situation.
So like, click your heels. There's no place like home.
Son of a bitch,
Right.
that's what I was
So you
gonna
think all the death and the
Right,
turmoil
mine's
and
pink
all
one.
the unicorn fight probably didn't do us any emotional favors.
Yeah.
And some mild dying.
So
If anything,
He said-
we should focus on what we need and what we want, and the Feywild will guide us toward us.
Yeah. So we want to go home.
Right.
So
wanna
you're gonna be
head-
We have a
slippers.
home.
Where's your home?
I mean, home is a settlement and not the Feywild.
Alright, the
It's
tower.
Yeah, where do you live? You homeless?
yeah, I'm kind of like a vagabond, so homeless isn't. It's kind of a nice way of putting that, I guess. If that's
adventurer.
Hey.
I'm in between. I'm in between.
In between
Living
homes.
situations.
situations. Yes.
So we
It's a
should
bit of a-
I'm in
focus
between
on
meals
getting.
that people give me for free.
Oh my god.
So we should focus. Well,
I earn them.
we should focus on getting back to Midtown then. It sounds
Or
like.
wherever, honestly.
Okay,
I mean,
And you
I would
to
like,
go to
I would
To be
like
fair-
alcohol, drugs, women, men, whatever.
Isn't
Just something.
Right now we're in a tunnel though, so maybe if we just get out of the tunnel.
the Sealy Court is the most respected court in the Feywild, which we currently are, right?
Presumably.
And we still want to go there to get that.
It depends
The
on if
unsealy court's where
people
we
want
wanna
to be in
go.
the middle of
The
resurrecting a
uns-
unicorn human thing, or go back to town and abandon. We're kind of like in the middle of it, and I don't expect us coming back here.
I don't know if there's really a time limit
I don't know if we have like a way out.
on the unicorn.
So
horn.
wait, you guys are trying to do
Well-
what with the unicorn?
Well, I feel like if we find somebody that can
Harpoon.
resurrect
We
a
are trying to
unicorn,
find
we
the
can
queen of
find
the
somebody
Sealy
that
Court.
can send
I thought we
us
wanted
The
the
Sealy
unsealy
Court.
Unsealy.
home.
Yeah, but wouldn't it
Yeah.
be easier to send us home? Like more people could do
I
that
have
than
a-
resurrect a goddamn unicorn.
Well, anybody that can resurrect a unicorn could probably send
We're in
us
the middle
home
of the
too.
Feywild.
And
Just
I
saying while
kind
we're
of
here.
know
I'm
how
saying
to
like
resurrect
the group of
a
B
unicorn.
is probably a little bit bigger
I'm
than
just-
the group of A on that
Here's
one.
the thing, as
That is
Pokey
a good
pointed
As
out to
encompassing
us,
as A is of B.
as Pokey pointed out to us, this is kind of like as much of a living organism as it is a place. Weird things happen. If they want us to bring them a unicorn horn, shouldn't they just find us? Isn't that their responsibility?
Well, if that's how it works, and sounds like it doesn't matter where
Yeah,
we go.
sounds like they just
that's
need to
where
really
we're gonna
want
go.
a unicorn horn.
So we just walk in a direction. Let it work itself out.
and
I mean, legend has it.
Yeah,
It sounds like he has a point.
I think so.
Yeah, I think we should just try and get out of being underground.
And just
maybe.
move.
I wasn't paying attention, but I'm convinced.
We're good then. I'm solid. I bet you they got drinks too, so it's good.
All right.
So
What?
Moving forward.
We're moving
you
forward.
guys are moving forward.
Yeah. Where? I mean, what
So-
can we see outside of where the?
So
The
as you
game
guys
was-
end your conversation and turn towards the tunnel, what you're facing are
Yeah.
sheer rock face walls all the way down that are strangely lit. Down at the end of the tunnel, you see this sort of what looks like a circular room that moonlight is beaming down. And down the tunnel, you see like small pale balls of light. The air is stagnant and not really moving down here, but the hallway itself stretches out about 100 feet down towards this circle of light at the end.
Well, let's go.
Exciting.
All right,
There's
so
not
yeah,
really
you,
anywhere else to go.
Onward.
Down. Yeah. Go.
Shuffle, shuffle.
Should we be as we're moving group? Should we be aware of our surroundings? Maybe do this like not quietly, but
Carefully.
carefully.
Right.
We do have pretty good luck with traps.
I'm okay to go in the
Clumps.
front
I'm
if you
clumping
guys don't
quietly.
want to.
That one should go in front because she's a barbarian, and I hear they're very good at least being
Murder.
aware of danger.
Tanking big hits.
Do I have danger sense?
And murder.
All right, I'll go
They
front.
also they also are made of lots of meat that
Yeah.
soaks up hits, so there's another reason for
I'm
them
made
to be
of-
front.
All right.
Big dense bones.
I need the
squishy
way
meat.
down the hall to
All
the.
right.
Are we going to the circular room, you guys?
Yeah.
All right.
all right. As you make your way down the hall, Pokey is kind of bringing up the rear, still kind of reconnecting with his thoughts as he was just pulled out of probably the
Don't
most
be
treacherous
weird,
moment of his
Pokey.
life. And as he
He's got
does,
the big
the
sack.
balls of light that are in the hallway are just kind of like surrounding him. He doesn't seem to pay much mind, but they're
Because he's
just
in an emotional
zipping
state.
around him and like seem to be like drawing off of him and then zipping back and hitting the walls with light. And it's
I think they're eating his soul.
as you
He's
guys
a
get
cat.
They're
close,
like
Scum
Dementor
inside.
balls.
as you guys get close to the circular end of the tunnel, like on the sides of the tunnels, is these pale balls of light. Like moving around, you do see some like inscriptions on the wall in Elvish.
I would like to investigate, please.
Here, I'll go ahead and do that too.
I
Where
don't
the
speak
hell
elf.
is the D20?
I speak elf.
You got
Well,
you
you
left
speak
it
everything,
here
don't
because
You read everything.
I
You
read
don't speak
everything.
everything.
I don't know. You can use mine.
Hey.
You left yours here because you were like. I want
What are
this
you rolling
shit.
for this?
Investigation.
Would you like to investigate?
Is this in the
22.
room or on a
For
Would you
I
like
want
to
to read,
reward?
and
On
I
the way,
have some
down
skills.
the hallway.
14 plus 9.
23.
23.
Suck it. Bard.
We're
Alright,
on
I'm gonna say that
I don't care. Suck it, Bard.
All right, so you got 23 and you got 22.
Yep.
Okay. So there seems to be a lot of like sort of encoded information. What you get are some limericks, but what both of you get for a while
Pleasing.
are some limericks, some poems, some songs. And
Yeah, I
then
write all of this down.
You come across a particular one, and as you kind of run your
Rhymes with
hands
Nantucket.
across the grooves, it lights up a little bit. And as it lights up, it says, you read it. It says, "Welcome to the Fae. If something offers you food, shy away. Dancing lasts for a long, long stay. Emotions definitely control the day. Here's a gift to help you along the way." And
It's food.
First
No
test
way.
fail.
I was saying that tree. That tree.
I wish I knew the rest of what you said.
As you're touching it, it lights up in a green and black magic, sort of like magical light balls like emanating from it, like coming into your hand. You now. Do you have any spellcasting ability?
Prestidigitation.
I have to do a high elf. That's it.
Yeah, she doesn't have slots.
You don't have spell slots?
No.
I'm
What?
the worst character.
Well, you do now. You now have a second level spell.
Yes!
Just one.
I'm
That's one more.
over the
damage.
moon right now.
I'm lucky he only
Sketchy
has
over that
two.
sketchy ass moon.
Yeah.
And you know.
I'll eat whatever they
Third
give
level,
me
though.
at this
Yeah.
point. I don't give it.
You know a spell called Tree Shape.
Tree shape. What does it do?
You can turn into a tree for an indefinite amount of time,
I am
and
a
you have
tree.
to stay
Tree,
that
tree,
way.
tree. The tree is me. I am a tree.
Did you say second level spell slot?
Yes.
As the images come into your mind and the magic enters your system and you feel it kind of pouring over your body,
Pour so good.
you start to understand like the sort of elven communication going through your brain. You touch a tree, it causes it to bend and twist as you see fit. It can be used to block a path, support a structure, or even to attack or trap an enemy.
That's amazing.
Very
That is a
good.
pretty good
Very
spell.
cool. Very cool.
What was it hit for?
You can use the tree to make a melee spell attack against a creature within 10 feet of the tree.
Go fuck with Harvey Weintree again.
On a hit,
Yeah. Hey you!
on a hit, the creature either takes 1d12 bludgeoning damage or becomes grappled. The escape DC is equal to the spell save DC.
Grappled with branches.
The alternative is that it could be really creepy.
Yeah, what's her
like a
spell
tree
save
from
DC?
Evil Dead.
Yeah, what's her spell casting ability?
For rogues, it's intelligence.
Well, there you go.
For
Oh, thank God.
tricksters?
So 8
Arcane
plus...
tricksters, but for rogues in general, it's
Yeah.
intelligence.
So it would be
Arcane
8
tricksters.
plus...
8 plus proficiency bonus plus intelligence modifier.
modifier.
Hope you're smart.
I am, but
8 plus,
help me with that.
It's 3 plus 3 plus 8, so, because your intelligence modifier is plus 3, so it's
Intelligence plus proficiency
14.
plus 8.
Okay.
14 total.
So the DC is 14.
That's my.
That's what they have to beat.
That's what they have to
beat
roll.
your spell.
That's the spell
Gotcha.
save. DC.
Okay.
It doesn't require
It's like
any
the
components
strength
except
of
voice.
And your spell attack bonus is gonna be plus 6.
It's instantaneous and it's touch.
2 plus 3. Wait,
Alright.
I'll figure it out later.
when you roll to attack, the number you're adding for your attack roll, like you would a bow, is gonna be plus 6.
So, like,
Instead-
if you're saying they do not beat a 14.
No,
I mean,
I'm saying when you roll to hit.
No.
For-
To escape the
doesn't.
grapple.
Yeah.
No, he's talking
Yeah,
about
when
the,
you roll to hit,
to use it as a
your
melee attack spell. or
Attack
whatever.
bonus is gonna be plus 6. In the
Okay,
same
yeah,
way
yeah,
that
yeah.
when
The
you
other
shoot a
thing
bow,
they
you
do
add
is-
8
for
to
the
your
so
range.
D12 bludgeoning damage plus 6.
No.
No,
Not
it's
the
plus
damage,
6
yes.
because plus
the
6 to
attack
hit.
roll.
Melee spell attack, you roll a d20.
So yeah,
the
plus
same way
6
that you
to
would
hit.
an attack with a rapier.
Right.
And
So-
then with a rapier, it's a plus 9.
Okay. Thank you.
With this, it's a plus 3, so a plus 6.
So you would use your action to use the tree as a blunt force weapon.
To make the tree go.
Fucking eat shit. Die. Surprise.
Or
Punch you with a
wrestle one.
tree.
Yeah, does that count as an assassinate? No, I'm just kidding.
I hope so.
It would hopefully the creature would be surprised.
They wouldn't see it coming. That's for damn sure.
Crit hit with this tree.
So the assassinate has to do with your personal skills.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
fantasizing.
you're great at hitting things with trees now.
I'm
Proficient.
so for
Yeah, so
it.
you know a Fey magic spell.
Wow, that's dope.
Alright.
Like some fairies making up magic as they go along the way.
Fine.
You okay?
So far, so good.
Oh yeah, you're asking if I want to share with the group.
No, I mean a glowy orb
You're
came out
like-
of a stone wall and you touched it and now you're doing weird things and now I'm just wondering if you're okay.
Yeah, now
Weird
I
limerick shit.
These puns were weird, right? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, you guys, I feel so weird. There's extra energy inside me, and I want to touch a bunch of trees.
You suddenly
I
feel like an arbor mancer.
I feel-
Nectarine got you really.
Nectarine got me all sorts of spun up. Yeah.
I'm gonna go touch some trees.
Yeah, I feel masterful in the way
You were feeling up his bark.
I was, and you know what? This is the gift that I got
This is
for
one more
Fiat.
What's the
Trees
gift
too.
you got? What is the gift? You didn't tell us what the gift is.
I'm not sure yet, but I think I can manipulate trees.
Like emotional?
Yeah.
Mentally?
Into a physical manifestation. Yes.
Sick.
So that's cool.
That's
That sounds
amazing.
So it's like
cool.
having an extra teammate. Surprise.
Yeah.
Nice.
And there's lots of trees around.
This
so
is a
that
great
is
place to try it out.
handy.
I'm really excited.
I'm really excited.
We're in a tunnel right now, so
Okay,
Well,
well,
trees around outside.
We
How
are
many
in a
trees in this
forest! A tunnel in a forest!
okay.
Maybe.
Alright.
Whatever.
Fucking freaky elf.
We're like really intense.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we're so intense.
I mean I'm just saying that
I'm
like
not sorry. I've
Well,
seen
I'll have
some
some pretty
shit.
serious PTSD.
I'm throwing it out there that glowy orb thing came out of the wall, she touched it, and like it just could be weird.
Oh, this is just like every day.
What is
for
the
me.
wall?
Probably
definitely
don't
weird,
trust
but-
me.
I'm
ever
aware
again.
that
It's-
these
I think
things
you should
happen,
jump to
like,
conclusions.
I
Did you
understand
tell us
how
what the wall
adventuring
said
parties work and everything.
about
I'm
the
just
One
saying,
time we
I'm just
fought
I
saying,
have welcome
Oni,
if
and it
something
sent us to
dancing
another
emotion
dimension
control
where we were
today,
stuck
here's a
to the
gift.
ground and had to move in only one
That's pretty
direction.
good.
I'm sorry.
Think that
Alright.
mom, that was like a mom saying like,
No.
oh, this drawing's really good. I really like it.
No, that's good because all I wrote down was the very beginning, which was just.
I was just doing the keywords
No,
of
that was
every
good.
sentence. It was, I scanned it quickly apparently
You know what's
and
great?
forgot the rest.
We record these sessions.
I know, and I-
Details,
no, I'm
feel
asking-
free to
no,
go
I'm-
back later.
I'm
What's a
asking.
session?
I'm asking as character. I was asking like what?
As a character.
As character.
As a character,
For
you
my
wrote it
action,
down,
I'd
but
like to
only the
ask
first part?
character.
Barbarian.
I didn't know Rock could read.
Okay, now.
There's,
Ow!
there's,
Did I? We
there's
learn
a
things
poem,
every
We
day.
shouldn't eat food
Especially
that's
with one
offered
eye.
to
That's
us.
impressive.
If we
man.
dance, we might dance forever. Emotions are bad.
Also, it's
Emotions.
looking like there's
I
a little
agree.
day.
Let's
green
drink to
black
solve our
magic
problems.
happening.
So they're not necessarily bad
I like this
emotions,
warlock.
right?
Really?
If they control the day.
You
it,
just figured out you like the warlock?
Oh no,
Okay.
we burned a
Oh no,
bar.
he hates that
But
guy.
you guys, I thought fell in love when you burned a bar
Yeah.
down together.
I mean-
so.
Did we burn the? Yeah, we did.
So you guys moving forward now?
Probably a good idea.
Yes.
Alright.
We're going to that room still. I think
So when you guys
The
finish
glowy
up
light?
investigating
the circular.
the elven on the wall, and you finish writing down some of the limericks and some of the songs.
Yeah, are you gonna learn a new song?
I mean, I just said I wrote them all down.
Okay.
I imagine I don't want to make Travis have to pull up like 3 or 4 poems.
Make
or
up a
limericks
song
on the spot.
right now.
I want to have to just, but I figure in character I'd be interested
Right
in them.
me,
So
Of course.
Write down some
My
famous.
horse.
I mean, it's me.
I know, he has them all.
Look at him, he's like, they're ready.
So as you guys move down the hall,
They have names and everything.
you come to the circular room, and it's slightly larger than the hallway you're in. It's a circular piece of dirt and grass. The grass that sits on it is sort of moving as if there's wind, but you guys don't actually feel any wind with your body.
And there's a ceiling.
Yeah, you look up and it's about 30 feet up, 30, 40 feet up. The moonlight is pouring in. a slight angle, only one part of the dot.
Can I see
wall
where
itself
it's
is
coming
dark.
in?
Yeah, it's coming in at a big circle of the sky that matches the circle
Okay, so there's
that you
not
guys
a
are standing
ceiling.
in front of. No, there's not a ceiling.
Okay.
You said there was. It's fine.
Oh, weird. Okay. Anyways, there's the grass is blowing as if there's wind, and there's not. There was a ceiling in the tunnel.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay. Anyways, and it's surrounded by those same pale orbs of light. They're just kind of dancing around on it, like maneuvering about the edges.
Is there anything on the walls around?
No, it's just
Dirt?
it's that same like dirty cave wall. It's all stone cave.
So.
I'm like,
I
this
wanna
is
check out the
amazing.
orbs.
Yeah, I
think
was gonna
it's
say,
great.
can I roll
Look at
an
the old orbs.
insight on the orbs?
Yeah.
It's an intelligence saving
20.
throw.
What would it be? Would it be insight, investigation, arcana, what?
You notice that they are. Well, he did insight, so you might want to do something else. But so you see these balls of light. They are. They seem like they might have a center, but it's hard to tell. It's almost like a lantern light, but way paler. As you get closer, they kind of like you hear almost like little like fey whisperings,
Oh.
fey giggling, like.
Like Will o' the Wisp.
Yeah, there's not really much you can make out from looking at themselves, but as you move closer, they kind of keep their distance.
Mhm.
They laugh a little bit as they like kind of playfully wisp around. As you step out onto the platform to check them out, like the grass that seemed to be blowing in whatever direction that they were going has just sort of stopped and just stands straight.
I wanna roll.
I
You
rolled.
first. Yeah,
I rolled a
first.
15 plus 5 for investigation, just to see if there's anything. Are these living things? I imagine.
It looks like they are.
Okay. Does anyone speak Fey or
Hey,
can
Pokey.
they speak Fey?
Speak abysmal.
I can do celestial.
Pokey, you know any Fae?
Celestial would be, I feel like, the
Maybe.
closest.
I mean, that's adjacent. I think there's a Fey language, but Celestial might work. I don't know.
Celestial.
Where does one
Work.
go to learn the Fey language?
Yeah,
Probably.
the Fae.
Probably.
Yeah, right?
Probably the Fey. Yeah.
This-
That's
seems
great.
We are
like
gonna
really
go to
tell.
their court, maybe.
Well, I mean,
if we get
everything
some
that's written
skill.
here is written in Elven, so I would try that.
Can I rolled a
You're-
nature.
Great insight, Baldric.
23.
I'm proficient.
Okay.
On the
That was
grass.
good insight.
Yeah, and the grass are just like, just like whatever the fuck's happening.
Check out that grass. Hey, why you moving?
Is this nature?
You're a ranger. The ranger kneels down and
Yeah.
examines the grass.
Do some weird shit.
You recognize them as creatures from their movement and the way they're interacting.
The
dirt?
orbs or the grass?
The way they're interacting with Pokey currently.
No, he's talking about
The way that they're
The
interacting with
orbs?
the grass. Oh, you were investigating the grass?
No, I was just like investigating like the nature. I mean, yeah, the grass. Like, you know,
Surroundings.
it's like
smoke this?
Oh, you.
I
I thought.
rolled nature.
Nice.
So you gonna tell me about the orbs? I'm ready.
Yeah. I mean, that's about it. You recognize that they have the same sort of movement patterns as some sort of flying creature. You feel about the walls. You notice the walls are very warm to the touch, which is sort of opposite of the sensation you'd normally get from a cave wall.
Especially one at night and outside.
The grass itself seems to be responding to each individual that is by it, depending on the nature of its mood.
I think it has a mood.
I'm gonna wave.
I am going to sit down near the grass and somewhat near the orbs and just start playing music to see if I can lure them over to me, or if I just get a crowd.
What kind of music are you playing?
I haven't attuned to. I'm guessing I haven't attuned to the Macphermin, so I'm just gonna do my.
Attunement takes time, so.
Yeah, it takes time, which is why I'm saying I guess I haven't. Probably haven't, unless it's been like 30 minutes or an hour.
I guess I meant what.
I think it's like an hour of.
No, what kind of music?
Yeah, like what? Like sad music.
No.
happy music?
I would say something.
Dissonance.
I would say like Gaelic, almost swingy, Something with
So
some pep.
upbeat.
Yeah, something with pep. Something because
Gaelic would be a good description.
Yeah. I mean, Gaelic.
I
You know,
feel you.
whimsy, fun, with a bit of a
Whimsies.
beat to it. These are fey creatures, and the grass might be alive. So, 20.
All right. So as you sit down, cross-legged, staring at the moonlit grass, and standing straight, and you're kind of 1 foot in on it. You're playing what instrument?
My viol.
What is that?
It's like a violin. I figure it's.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Playing
I
my
figure it's
Like
pretty
the
good.
viola.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
a
good.
root instrument of violin and viola.
Yeah,
It's a viol.
I'm pretty sure. It's. I'm just thinking for like
Ancient
kind of like the
violin.
swingy nature of the Gaelic music, you know, lighthearted chirps and.
All right. Yes.
playing the
sit
fiddle.
down.
Yeah,
Folksy
fiddle.
music.
Fiddle is kind of what I'm thinking
You
of.
start
in terms of-
fiddling around.
Heyo.
Some nice high notes. The balls of light themselves actually sort of like start moving away from you, towards the other side of the wall. The grass itself is kind of doing this sort of like.
Yeah.
The grass is into it at least. All right. No accounting for poor taste in some of these fake creatures, but the grass is all about it. Are we? I mean, have you told us what you've seen? That like the grass is like some living organic type thing, and the walls are warm, strangely
Well, I
warm.
think he was telling me the orbs are living.
Yeah.
No,
The grass
well, you said something about the grass.
being a creature. No, he thought I was talking about the orbs.
No, after that.
The grass is like
The
dancing.
walls are warm to the touch.
Yeah, the walls were warm to the touch. That
There are
was the
walls?
cool thing.
Where it's like a big.
We're still technically in a
Cylinder
tunnel, but there's
It's like a
now like a
sinkhole.
roof
Gotcha.
or a hole above us. Leading.
How far is it to above
30 feet.
up out of the hole?
30
to
feet.
40 feet.
30 to 40 feet. All right.
We can get out that way. I'm kind of offended by these little fairies, if that's what they are. Little balls of light. Kind of offended by that. That's
Yeah,
okay.
Can't please everyone.
Maybe they're afraid of dancing and being locked into something for eternity. I don't know. The grass isn't afraid. The grass is getting down right now.
And the grass is what happens when you get too into it.
I
The
The
am.
grass
grass
does
is
seem pretty
responding to
into it, and it's
to
kind of
your
weird
emotions.
because I've never seen
Maybe.
grass do that before.
I am gonna take my unicorn horn out of my backpack and hold it for fun.
There you go.
Okay.
See if anything happens. I got a horn.
If you just pulled it out, so far nothing happens. Are you out on the platform? Like it's
There's
a,
Yes.
a platform.
okay.
That's why I went out
Well, it's a
there.
circular. You can see the difference. You're kind of
We're
in the
talking
mud.
about the grass
in a
area,
cave,
right?
and
Oh,
the
okay.
grass area is
I
sort
wanna
of
be in the
almost a
middle.
circular platform.
I wanna-
In the middle.
Yeah,
It's a
I was just
stage.
curious. I was like, this is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't want to be on the grass.
just checking it out.
I'm just throwing it out there, guys.
It's the platform.
And I'm not like, I'm not
There's a map.
excited. I mean, I'm just like,
I'm not excited to check it out.
I'm I'm curious, but I'm not like, my emotions aren't
Last
high.
thing in nature we saw got a little handsy.
Something like that. Imagine it actually circular though.
So where are you in this? You're just off to the side here.
I guess I'm sitting near the grass. I'm not on it, but I'm sitting near it. I want to see him dance.
There we go. Ignore all that.
Mud.
Ooh, secret area. I search for doors.
Yeah, I'm in there.
And you're in there. Where are you at about?
I don't know, on the grass. I'm just trying to like spice it up by taking my horn out to see if anything happens.
Banana, put your horn away. Jesus Christ.
There is a
Like
tiny
a
place
dowsing rod.
in your room.
It's
I'm missing one.
Me.
Yeah, who even are you?
Where's
The
that?
bard.
Where's the bard you were painting?
I have no clue.
oh, the girl bard.
I will say I'll have
I
a
don't
figure
know. It
next
looked
week.
like Fiona. It
Nice.
was on top.
Did
with
you
the
order
other
one?
Yuan
I already have
They
two.
might
It's
have-
just they're at my other
Oh, wait,
campaign.
just
I
move
forgot to
it.
bring
Oh,
it.
there we go. Thank
I
you.
forgot to keep.
Thank you. Looks
to
like
hold on. I
Fiona.
just left them with all the other stuff. So I'd
Wow.
be probably like right here.
Oh, you did go out on the
Yeah, because I was wanting to be close to the grass whenever I was playing music.
All right, so
I don't think the grass is actually that square, is it?
No, it's just kind of there. I think everything inside this circle is
The
the
square
grass.
is just something for fun. It would seem.
the ball of light
Did they respond to me
That-
waving at them?
had moved away from you, had moved over here. When you pulled out the unicorn horn, they
sort of moved over here.
I thought nothing happened. Okay.
Oh, they're not into my horn.
What can
I'm gonna say that you scared them away, not my music.
There you go.
Wow. Alright, I'll put the
You're
horn away.
optimistic.
Maybe they think you did that.
Okay. As you put the horn away, they sort of just start to spread out more evenly amongst themselves over here.
Okay.
But definitely on the opposite side of the room
Can
from the music playing bard.
Can I try and
I don't trust
grab
bards.
one? Can I hold one?
Yeah, you can try and grab one.
Yeah.
In like a gentle way?
Yeah, I'm not trying to like hurt
Grr.
it. Like Tinkerbell style.
Go ahead and make a strength roll.
Whoa.
Well, you didn't say it was a high DC. It could be a 3 beats this. We don't know.
And we won't.
It's a 4.
With your modifier?
I don't have strength modifier.
Oh,
So 4.
I'm a dragon.
So yeah, you reach out to grab it, and it slips out between your fingertips.
Okay.
You see a little light in your palms momentarily, then it just kind
Is it like this? I wasn't trying to make it mad.
of. No. But.
What?
You do take 8 shock damage.
Oh, that's cute.
Neat.
That's cool.
Cutie.
Alright. It's a spicy little fairy. Alright.
It could just be really cool batteries.
No,
Does
they
anyone-
giggle. I've never heard of giggling batteries.
They were really cool ones.
Wow.
So, is everyone going to move out onto the platform?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Are you still playing your music?
Yeah.
Just hanging out
So,
with the grass.
Yeah,
Are you
I'm,
out on the-
I'm just
are you
hanging
out on
out.
the-
I'm just taking it easy.
Alright, yeah, so they seem to be going this way. They start kind of coming over towards you guys. They are moving themselves around you. They seem a little agitated at the moment.
Wonder
You might want
why.
to stop
gonna-
playing
yeah.
the music.
There ain't no accounting for poor taste. Don't put it up.
Accounting for poor taste.
Alright, so
Let's- Different music, please.
as you do that, you guys sort of, you see the balls of light kind of like sort of giggle, whisper again, and they move out to the sides of the platform, up against the walls, and they start swirling around the very outside of this platform.
Like NASCAR?
Faster and faster, like Hydron Collider, fast.
Oh.
Just
That's
all of a sudden, you just see a band of light surrounding you.
Beautiful.
As you do, the ground shakes and the grassy platform just kind of starts to move up
Yeah, it does.
like an elevator.
Hell yeah.
Take us to
Rising up.
court.
It's weird. It's weird that they refused to do this for us while I was playing music. I'm
You're
still kind of
scrambling
cross
their
about that.
brains.
I mean, if you need to stop it from moving up, they're
oh, yeah.
very, very small. They could be very
Pokey,
Maybe
sensitive.
it's just strung their eardrums. But it's, I mean, I am pretty awesome. You're right. I could destroy.
Alright, Pokey's just gonna be a crab, so don't forget about him.
Oh my god, yes.
Uh,
Awesome.
so, Pokey joined you guys on the platform, but also seems pretty gaunt.
Hello, darkness, my
Did the music do
old
anything
friend.
for his spirits?
Not at all.
No, that's
Making
true.
it too emotional.
More
Um,
he
and
Hey,
drank
he's
Pokey, I
still-
got
milk.
something for you to hear.
He still has some
Don't.
of those balls of light kind of
I
surrounding
was bum
him.
off of other people's milk supply.
Kind of feeding, seem to be almost like feeding off him, his energy at least.
Yeah.
Um,
They're eating his
the
blues.
platform, the platform raises up to the top and sort of locks into place. And when you get up there, the grass that you're standing on is the same as the grass that kind of like spreads out across this huge valley, an open field plain of like the same grass
Wow.
that seems to be moving
Trees.
without wind. And ahead of you guys, it seems like there's a cliff that's rising up and slightly curving off to the right. And at the top of the right, there's 3 figures off in the distance. There's a big tree sort of coming up to a rightward angle and leaning out over the edge of the
Your
cliff.
eagle eye shit.
The moon itself is above,
Yeah, dude.
up in the night
Can
sky.
I just say it?
Yeah,
Can I use my eagle eye?
she has eagle vision. She
Yeah,
can
if
see
you're gonna have
clearly
one eye, it better be a damn good
Yeah.
one.
She can see
very
clearly
I can
one
see-
up to a
mile.
mile.
Wow.
Like
Yeah,
in
man.
perfect
You
detail.
can see up to 1
I
mile away
makes
with
the
no
DM's
difficulty,
light
able to discern even fine details as though looking at something no more than 100 feet away from you. Additional even light does not impose disadvantage on your wisdom. Perception.
Okay.
So what's on that cliff, bitch?
It magnifies things, or you see
It's
the
like-
I
details?
can just see it in. No, I can just see.
Like an eagle. She
Like
can see
if
that
she had,
shit
like-
like it was right there.
I can see it like it's right.
Super
Like
scope.
Yep.
I read it exactly. It just says.
As well as
You
if
gain
it
the
were
eyesight
within
It's like if she
her
had
vision
like
cone.
21,000 vision.
I can discern even fine details as though they were right there.
Okay. So, yeah.
It's a car.
What's a car?
You see.
Not ready for this.
You see the moon in the sky. You see each blade of grass and the individual movements that it's making, leading all the way up to the cliffside. As you do, on the cliffside, you do see two creatures that look like frogs standing there on their hind legs. One of them is playing an instrument
Hell
to
yeah.
a little girl that's sitting on a rock.
Oh,
Is
fuck.
it our little girl?
Yeah, probably.
Let's not.
No,
go
it's
that
another
way.
Let's go the other way.
Let's not go that way.
And it's all in the vastness of everything you
Nothing
see
but
in the cliff.
emotional
The
baggage that
horizon,
way.
the horizon has risen just above the cliff, and it's kind of like an eye line with everyone. And all you see in the vastness is just a grass field, like looming on either side, except for this little outclove of the cliff.
Fantastical.
I'm gonna get out
So I
this
share that
circle
information with
platform.
everybody.
Yeah.
You
Everybody
see a little girl
knows.
and two big frogs?
How
Does she
big are
look
the
happy?
frogs?
Are they slodes?
How big are the frogs?
I don't know
Are
what
they
they
friendly
are.
looking?
Well, I mean, he's playing music
Compared
to the little
the girl,
girl.
they were only slightly larger than her.
Okay.
Like small humanoid size?
But I mean, you know,
we
I
can't
mean,
just put them in a jar.
I'm assuming, you know,
So
they're
we'd have
not
to have a big jar.
like
Big
if they're
fucking
playing
jar.
music to the little girl, then they can't be all terrible.
That's an assumption.
It is an assumption.
Yeah, not everyone who plays music is pleasant.
I mean, they didn't eat. They didn't eat the little girl.
Yeah.
They didn't like. She's not tied
Well,
up.
maybe they're about to.
Maybe they are. Maybe they're
Yeah,
playing
we should
her
probably
music.
investigate.
Ah.
How about?
Can I wear a ghillie suit?
Yeah.
Did
You're
you take
very
yours off?
sneaky.
I don't think any of us ever really took
We
We
still
never
all
had-
have a +2
Me
to
and you
stealth.
didn't
I
have
don't.
skill suits.
I don't have it.
Yeah, Ash is dead, so he ghillie suit
He's
died.
not. He's alive and well. That's part
Oh,
of the
has
problem.
a ghillie suit.
Dead to us.
But none of the
He's not alive.
shit in your bag of holding.
He
Jerk.
transformed.
Yeah, like a
The
butterfly.
terror.
That caterpillar
I'm
died.
gonna go for
I was thinking
it.
like an evil He-Man. He had the sword and everything.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Skeletor.
Oh yeah, evil He-Man.
Pretty. Yeah. Like I said.
You checking on my eagle sight?
Are you guys walking up there?
Oh.
Yeah, let's go hang out with those toads.
So we're pretty far, right? We gotta walk over there.
Yeah. So is this the girl you're looking for?
I
hope
mean,
not.
You
Um,
would know.
I would know.
Yeah, it is
Oh.
the girl you're looking
Okay,
for.
then yeah, it's her.
Oh.
That's
The
little
Admiral.
Ogie,
Are you
Orgalore.
happy here? Great.
Want to stay here forever? No? That's a
Frogs, You
shame.
owe us 200 gold.
You don't want to eat flies. You don't survive.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, we are walking over
NPC that's
to.
glued to my leg.
All right. You guys walk up to.
Leave her
Can I
alone.
like? Can I
Kevin.
prepare?
Yeah, you can do,
Kevin.
you can do
I
whatever you want.
Am I?
You can do a
Can I? Do I
handstand and walk over there on
sense?
your hands.
Do I
Can you do
sense
that?
any danger?
Your danger sense is not tingling.
Okay.
Although
So just
I would
frogs
say
then.
that in the way that things are and the way that things feel, you feel like your danger sense itself isn't even that acute right now
Hmm.
because everything
My shit
seems
don't work, guys.
so off. So as you guys head towards the cliff and sort of step off this grassy platform, your feet hit the ground and it's soft like you're stepping on a mattress. It kind of sinks in with your foot a little bit. Each step just has like a slight little bounce to it as well. And you see the moon in the sky. Your shadows kind of like shifting as the moon itself is just kind of slowly swinging across the sky this way. You can see the shadows of yourselves like kind of shifting in the opposite direction. You come up close and what you see as you're approaching this cliff with this large tree is this beautiful like brown tree trunk kind of twisting in knots upward up to this like pine this tree that holds all kinds of like pine needles all over it. It's not necessarily a pine tree, but it's what would that be? Coniferous? Yeah, it's a coniferous tree, and it's sort of like standing there, sort of swaying with the music. As you hear this, you see this large, not larger than you, but larger than the girl. This big frog-like creature, and it's got a harpsichord, and it's just kind of like. And next to it is a smaller creature that's over next to the girl.
Yeah,
He's
I
got
was gonna say.
a smaller creature. He's got arrows.
Accordion.
Arrows sitting on his back. He's leaning on the rock that the girl is standing on her and looking at her with squinted eyes, just sort of like seeing what her reaction to the music is. He's got a light set of leather armor on and a few little. He's got a dagger on his belt and just sort of unfancy leather armor. They don't seem really disturbed by the fact that, or even notice the fact that you guys are walking up towards them.
Can I roll to see if I know what those things are? The frog things?
Sure.
Would that be nature?
What would that be?
Nature, survival, probably.
Nature.
Oh, they're frogs.
I'll roll nature on it.
They could also be cats.
They're frogs. I kind of hate their singing voice.
17.
Okay. Yeah, you recognize these. You've come across them in your path before. The large one is a bullywug, and the small one is a grub.
Are they cute?
Like some kind of fairy
Never seen
creature.
those
They
things in
are
my
not
life.
cute.
I know what those are above table.
Bullywug and a what?
Are they
Grub.
friendly?
So
Ish?
they're both not normally considered friendly creatures.
I'm gonna wave.
For the most part. I
Fucking
mean,
dare
I'm
you.
gonna join him in waving.
Stereotypes
Dark
are
some
stereotypes.
shit.
I'm gonna assist him in waving
Yeah,
to these
I'm
guys.
waving.
You're waving? Okay,
Absolutely.
as you two wave, the crow on your
Hold
shoulder
his
also
arm.
goes like almost as if your wave itself had triggered it.
Wow, now you have an audible wave now. That's
That's fantastic.
And
Then
you hear like the harp kind of come to a stop, and like the larger frog turns around, looks at you guys, and is like, Grungus, Grungus, and like the little one kind of turns around, like not really like surprised, just not even really perturbed, just kind of like turns his head slightly. He's still got like the sort of like half eyes down gaze that he was giving the girls, and like looks over at you without removing his hand from the rock. Tilts his head like a little bit to the side, kind of sizing you up and down.
Dude, I want to
Still
carve this
waving.
guy's face off. I don't like his disposition at all.
Do
Dude, he's just drunk.
either
Leave him
of you
alone.
two want to go over to the girl? I feel like we weren't really tight.
Yeah.
Let's
I'll
walk right
I'll go-
past the girl to make our
I'll
point
go over there.
extremely clear.
Malarkey
So I
wants
go,
to go.
So I go to the girl.
You and Malarkey.
You walk up towards the girl.
Nothing
The
as
small
bad
one
has ever
takes his
happened
hand
when
off
me
the
and
rock
Rob
and he
go
kind of turns towards
You
you, and he's
saved
like,
You stayed with her when
he's
the
still got his
two
like
days
gaze
passed.
like this. He's trying to figure you out. He sees your size.
I'm walking
your
towards
stature.
the girl and saying, "Hey, Overlord."
She seems to be in sort of a trance right now.
Oh, those fuckers are gonna
As you're,
eat her.
but the only
Yeah, now we
thing
gotta
they're
kill him.
between you.
This is
and
a
the
weird amount of
Alright.
concern for the thing that you
So-
were wanting to leave here.
I'm like, oh, I guess they
She's
eat
just,
her.
she's just trying to pretend.
The small one puts his hands on his hips and he kind of
Oh
giving
my
you the
God,
same squint and
yes.
look around. He's
I
like,
love this imagery.
Weird
Frog.
froggy
Shut up.
legs.
He's,
yeah,
uh,
I was
know.
just thinking that.
he's like,
Frog and toad.
I've been eating for a while.
Can I help you?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
This little girl, her name is Orgalorg, and she is our girl. We
Orgalorg.
lost her, and we're so happy to
Orgalorg.
find her. Yeah, Orgalorg.
I think it's finder's keeper.
No, I mean she belongs to us. She is our daughter.
Whose daughter
Yeah,
is
I
it?
paid for her fair and
She's
square.
our daughter.
Roll
So
for deception.
What? That's this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm like
Nope.
behind you guys. I'm
7.
watching. I'm just watching to see because I don't like his fucking attitude. And if it gets out of hand, then I'll show him mine.
7.
And where was she born?
In Midtown.
What are your names?
But I mean that doesn't really matter. All
What are
that
your
matters
names?
is she's our daughter.
What are your names? What are
Well.
your names?
My name's Slick.
Slick. All right.
Of course
This is
it
Wardy.
is.
Of course it is.
Warty? With a D or a T?
Wardy.
Yes, Slicken.
Like he's covered in warts?
Wardy, yes.
So here's the thing.
I love it.
The little girl actually has a little bit of an appointment at the Sealy Court with Titanian. So if you want to get in our way of handling that, it's not us you have to worry about, it's her.
Persuasion.
Would it be deception or persuasion? I'll take persuasion.
That's persuasion.
It's a 2, but
You're
I have
rolling
plus
like
11, so it's 13.
Butthole. I miss Ash.
Plus
Just
11.
kidding.
Oh, never mind. Expertise.
Ash would've been
Actually, I
on
really
fire.
like this.
He was like, fuck it, I'm gonna use my points of lucky.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice. I almost took Lucky again just to be an asshole, but I wanted to have a different character. It would have been fun if I was playing the exact
I
same
love
thing.
it. It came in handy, man.
Well,
Oh shit! You know what? I have that point of inspiration you gave me.
Yeah,
For-
you do.
for waving
For the
it-
first
for
session.
Waving a Baldric. We'll go ahead and do it now. Whatever. It's just a fucking number on a sheet of paper if you don't use it. 22.
Wow.
so you guys are looking for the Sealy Court. Good.
Well, we're looking.
No, we want to
Technically,
take the girl.
Unsealy court.
No. Tanya Sealy Court. She's new here. She doesn't really remember things, so.
Yeah, I feel like
You guys seem a little new around here.
Some of
That
us
is
are,
what
some
he
of
just
us
said.
aren't.
He's catching on.
The Sealy Court is in a bit of a bind right now.
It's one of the reasons why I like to have the girl there. And one of the reasons why it's important that we
The Sealy
arrive.
Court is currently closed to everyone.
Everyone that isn't important, which is unfortunately the two of you.
Everyone. It's magically sealed.
If you
Yeah,
don't
like,
know-
what's a magic seal?
If you don't know how to get in, I'm
Do you have
sorry.
any-
I believe that you're on your way there, and I believe this girl that appeared out of nowhere probably doesn't belong to us.
Well, she didn't appear there.
Oh yeah.
She
our-
did.
She definitely doesn't
She
belong to
probably
you.
could get the same sort of help that you would get from the Sealy Court at the Unsealy Court.
Yeah, our
What are you
our
proposing
friend
then?
sent the girl here.
Our important
Seeing
friends.
as you guys
sent
are
the girl here.
clearly lost, I could show you how to get there.
Insight.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Insight. 16 to see if he's being sincere, honest.
He seems forthright.
I don't like the sentence, he seems forthright.
That's how he has to answer.
I know! I could give you a definite,
I will never give you a definite.
Never.
said Travis.
That was definite.
You must!
Yeah, I mean, whatever. If you want to do the Unsealy Court, we can do the Unsealy Court.
Yeah.
We just need to make sure this girl needs to go where she's going.
Well, if you want something from us, we want something from you.
Yeah, what you want?
What do you say, Grungus?
What are we
Roll
getting
yours.
from them? A
Grungus.
guide?
I thought his
We're
name
getting
was-
a guide?
I thought his
That's
name was
Wardy.
Wardy.
Oh, yes. Wardy. Grungus?
Grungus. Well, now we know his name's Grungus for real.
You know, you guys are new here. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a pass. We don't use real names around here. It's dangerous.
Why is that?
You're in the Feywild.
That means nothing to me.
Well, if you use your real name, people can control you.
Thanks for the tip.
So what you're saying, Grungus, is that
Some
you'll
weird
show us to the
Spirited Away
Unsealy
vibes
Court
and-
for free with no.
Yeah, what I
restrictions.
hear
As long
is
as we forget what your name is.
Grungus.
Yeah, Grungus here.
No, Grungus, tell you what. You give us the little girl's skin, we'll take you to the
Fuck
Unsealy Court.
no!
Oh,
What
shit,
if I take
yeah.
your skin?
Whoa,
You
wait a
forgot.
second. Wait a second.
No. Everybody, shut up. I bought the girl fair and square. You can have her skin. Take us wherever we need to go.
Here's my counter proposal to that. You get the skin when we get there.
Half the skin now, half the skin later.
No.
That's my final offer.
All of the skin once we get there.
Personal.
All right. We can't just drag a bloody girl around with us. We need
Okay.
all the skin when we get there.
How
When
about
are we gonna play
we
her?
just axe the shit out of you, and then
Reek.
Go from there.
Roll
We
intimidation.
don't have to give them the skin. We just
Roll
lie about
intimidation.
No shit, this guy's fucking on one.
11, Where's the
Plus
intimidation?
0.
Didn't you say she could add her
Where
strength
is
to that?
intimidation?
Her strength modifier.
You
is
said something
intimidation?
about her
Charisma.
intimidation last time.
Expertise, I believe.
Oh yeah, you got a +2 to
Or plus
intimidation?
2. Yeah,
Because you're one eye.
Because you're one eye and your
Oh.
scars.
Cause
So do I
you
add 2 more to
sexy
this?
badass
Yeah, you're battle weathered.
motherfucker. Yeah.
You guys are scary
Yeah,
as
because,
fuck.
because there's nothing more intimidating than
So
someone who lacks
16.
depth perception.
Can you talk
Yeah,
in a
swinging an axe around, that could be very
Can you talk-
16 total?
Can you
Uh,
talk in a macho man voice when you're
Oh yeah.
intimidating?
Oh, we could just intimidate him. Or we could just axe you up. That's what you want.
I gotta ask you a question.
Axe
You
you a
know-
question. I'm not saving it for later.
Sometimes Wardy over here speaks a little out of turn.
Wardy.
How about some friendship?
How about some friendship? I'm a larky.
Friendship is magic. We're
Oh no, Malarkey! Don't! You're not supposed to give him that name.
So
There. that was
Go ahead
some
and roll a
friendship.
Constitution saving throw.
That's alright, I'm great at this. It's a 10.
Plus your-
Girl.
Oh, God.
Um,
You don't have any modifiers on that? He's okay.
it's a 10.
Yeah, it's a 6 + 4.
Oh.
See, I know what these things are.
All
so
of
I
a
know what's about
sudden,
to happen.
you feel the desperate need to soak yourself in mud or liquid.
I always feel the need to
Actions
soak
and
myself
movement.
in liquid.
Can only be used to attain this goal.
Alright.
So, what are you doing?
It's asking where the local mud pond is. Asking for a friend, of course.
You seem to be perspiring a
I-
little bit.
Need it pretty bad.
Well, it looks like your friends have water skins.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah. You want some of my water?
I would
Squirt.
love some water.
Yeah, I have like
Squirt.
perfectly normal bag of water right here.
I will take it from you by force if need be.
That's fine.
because I'm
have it.
perspiring.
You can have it. It's
Alright.
from the pool.
I'm gonna douse myself in some unicorn water.
Okay. Are you giving him what he's
I'm
asking?
taking
Are you
it.
giving him what he's asking for the trade?
The
What?
skin?
The friendship.
Oh
The
my
friendship.
god.
The friendship. Are you giving him what he's asking for?
So
Are
as
you
character,
making a
you
bargain?
know, or
Slip?
as just
I
above
mean, it's
table?
above table. I know what these
okay.
things are, but I don't
Making
like, I
a
roll,
bargain?
I roll poorly, so I don't.
It's the cost. He's asking for.
For what friendship? Whose friendship? All of our friendship, or just?
He just
A
vaguely
friendship.
said friendship.
Which one was the one that was named Grunge?
If anyone wants to do an
The
the
insight
guy,
check,
the
they
big
can.
one, Morty,
Big one.
I mean, insight check.
Uh,
and his
Wardy
Rumpus.
is the one
16?
slick.
Morty is a.
You notice that he's
Slick
not
is
doesn't want
the
to be your
one that's
friend
talking,
as you're
yeah.
drenching yourself in water and squeezing out the last bits. You're kind of rubbing it on your skin, looking into his eyes, and you're realizing right now that like
He doesn't want to be my
he
friend.
doesn't want to be your friend. He's asking for something, and you don't know what the fuck it is, but it seems to be related to friendship.
Is the
Hmm.
unicorn water helpful?
I mean, I feel a little bit sated, but I would still like to be completely submerged in liquid if you could make that happen.
I just mean like, did that help?
Is anyone willing to give me friendship and trade?
I don't think friendship it means what we think it means.
So you want to be my acquaintance? You want to go get drinks after this? You want to like make clothes for our new little girl?
Surely not. I would
Is that
like to
what you
take
mean?
one of your friendships.
Want to do some weird, like, borderline gay stuff for a while?
Take one of our friendships.
Then settle
You
down
trade
and
me
just
one of
point
your
each other
friendships, and I'll take
soundly.
you to the sea legal.
You want to make out?
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, we could trade you for something in our bag of holding or something like that.
What do you have?
Let's
I have
offer
this-
some cool shit.
Moving grass.
I
How
have
about
these
readiness?
No, we're not giving you any kind of traits.
Readiness?
No.
Indeed.
What about
What about
Okay,
okay.
what? Wait,
Alright,
what about
alright.
this?
Alright.
What about this
Could you
Minotaur
use-
head?
I am going to cast suggestion on.
Are you trying to roll for intimidation?
I am also intimidating. Yeah, I will roll for
Maybe by accident, but it
Dude,
will
that
still
shit's
hopefully
so
work.
rotten and nasty, dude.
Buzz, 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 buzz. There's flies around it. Yeah, do they like
13
flies?
and a minotaur head.
Yeah, at advantage. Sorry, you have the Minotaur head.
Yeah.
How do I add it
just
again?
roll
You
again.
just roll again.
Take the highest.
It's exact
It's 13.
same.
Alright, so it's 13. I have have a feeling you'll have a hard time finding the Unseelie
Suggestion.
Court without me.
Suggestion. It's a DC save 16. Go ahead and show us where the Unseelie Court is.
Wait, what?
Suggestion is I give you a sentence that doesn't basically like implement harm or danger on your part, and if it succeeds, you have to follow it to the best of your ability within the span of 8 hours.
Within the span of 8 hours. Okay.
I mean, so
He's like, I can work with that.
hold on, you suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two. Magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking the creature to stab itself, throw itself into a sphere, immolate itself, or
I have a
other
suggestion.
Go fuck yourself.
or other harmful act ends the
Yes.
spell.
I'll get right on it.
On a failed save, it pursues the course of action described to the best of its ability. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration of 8 hours. If the
Yeah,
suggested
advantage on
activity can be
charm.
completed in a shorter period of time, the spell is undone.
And what kind of saving throw is it?
With
DC 16.
Well, who needs to make a bargain in a place like this anyways? I think I will take you to the Unseelie Court as
Can I stop sweating now?
a favor of my own.
Well, that's
if you want,
awfully nice
can I
of
roll
you.
an insight to see if the spell worked?
Yes,
17.
it worked.
Wait, no. There we go.
Didn't catch that laugh at the wisdom.
I mean, it
save.
seemed to work.
I just want to make sure.
It seemed to work.
I just want to make sure. You know, whatever.
I know.
Thank you for being
Wait, what
so
about-
thorough,
But listen,
Bard.
laughs can be good or bad.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
I've had a cheeky little malicious laugh, and that might be what that was. I'm not entirely sure, but 17 insight's pretty decent. So.
What about our,
Yeah, the girl.
our buddy over here?
She's coming with.
I'm just still dousing
He
this.
should-
so-
Is-
I mean, it
is
only
she out
lasts
for
a minute, so.
Is she out of her trance?
All right, perfect.
What's the
I'll be over here. Thank
what's
you,
like-
Aldrin.
what's like
That's
the
last of my
actual-
water, but it's fine. You
We don't
seem
need
really
water. We're in the
hot.
Feywilds. I'm sure there's nothing we could drink here that could hurt us.
Is
That
the girl
sounds
Did
reasonable.
still?
he reap any benefits from it being unicorn water?
He would if he was missing any hit points. but,
Yeah. we just-
Oh, okay, cool. All right, give me my water skin back, dude.
No.
Jesus.
Hey,
I think Malarkey's like hungry or something.
by the way, guys,
He seems really hot.
bring it in real fast. Well, this guy's not paying attention. Don't hurt him. If you hurt him, the spell ends. So,
All right.
I have to
Right.
kind of concentrate on this. So.
Okay, fine, I guess.
Wink.
So they kind of
Just hurting him emotionally, kind of.
sort of the bully
What about
one
psychically?
Let's not.
known as Forty.
Your entire family is burning
takes
alive!
the girl and sets her on his shoulder.
The
she's sort of
toad does?
the
The
bully
big one?
Wardy,
is
not Slick.
grabbing the
The
girl.
big guy.
Yeah, he takes her off the rock, throws her on the shoulder.
What does he say?
Grunginus.
Can I say it? She doesn't need to be carried like a potato sack. Why are you carrying her like that?
She's
Honestly, she seems kind of out of it.
she's in a trance.
Someone's got to carry her.
Hey.
Why not fill some hands?
Let's not make a stir until we get to where we're going, and then we can work this out.
Put
Cool.
up your dukes.
Listen, you were just complaining about this little thing being glued to your leg. So.
Above table.
You haven't seemed too happy about it on the table either.
No, my character is apparently down, but you know, like, oh my god. Okay.
Time to abandon this
let's
child.
do it.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. We got a free guide because our other one's pretty useless apparently. And how's Pokey doing?
Oh, is
Pokey,
he
you
still
doing
He's
carrying
kind of
those
back there,
balls?
pretty emaciated. He hasn't been speaking. You see his eyes going low.
Are those little
Oh,
things
seems
still
to be losing
flapping
a lot of
around?
He's doing great.
No, those
Oh,
things are
Pokey
gone.
boy.
But he's just kind of delirious.
The pipes
Sort of-
are
I think this
gone.
cat has
Following along
worms.
with you guys. Right. Can I be?
Are you dying?
Do you have any more
I just
unicorn?
don't, you know,
Do you have any more unicorn
what's the
water left?
point?
Oh no, I'm.
Oh, right. You got the big sad. Come on.
Right, yeah. Sure, I'll come.
Does anybody have any of that like really
Do you
magic
want to have a
milk?
fun song to sing?
gonna
We get
Magic
crack
milk?
milk.
crackberries.
The crack
I'm
milk.
gonna throw
Ask the
this
cat.
dude a snack.
You might have some actually.
You're gonna throw what, dude?
Dig in his bag. I'm gonna dig in his bag to
Okay.
see if
Oh.
he has any milk in his bag.
Yeah.
No, you know what he does have in his
Oh.
bag?
Crack.
4 healing potions.
Pokey?
This
Yeah.
Or we should do last.
Salt chocolate caramel.
Steal.
Oh, yes. Thank you much.
Either way, I'm gonna throw him a ration. Looks hungry.
Okay.
You're not supposed to give food or accept food. You're just making it worse for him.
Maybe
No,
it's the
no,
food we
I think it's
brought
just
this
food.
Alright,
I think
yeah,
it's
you
just
took-
food that
You throw him a ration
you
and
offer to us.
he kind of looks at it and is like,
That's not how it was worded.
what's the point?
We don't know if it actually did anything.
Throws it into his sack, his little side sack.
Alright.
What's the point?
Someone
It's
freaking
life
pulled this
sustaining,
guy.
dude.
Right life. Sure. Yeah, that's what's up.
Think of your tree wife and how one day she will become a not tree wife.
Or at least
You
not
see
a
his,
tree.
his eyes kind of like start to close off a little bit more.
No, man, that's what you gotta live for.
Right.
You gotta see her come through. You know how sad she's gonna be when she stops being a tree? And you're dead in the Feywilds?
Roll persuasion.
Come on, man.
Oh.
With animal
I wanna. I was gonna say I'm gonna try to help him and encourage him. Be like, yeah.
Dude, these dice. I'm
I'm
telling
like,
you. I
Jesus
don't like
Christ.
these dice.
11.
Oh, it's not bad.
I could sing "Always Look on the Bright Side of Life."
Oh wait,
He
he
kinda
kind of
starts-
starts. I'm gonna burn
From
a
the
guy.
Right?
Because that's
From the life
active.
of Brian.
Okay.
So 13.
13? Alright. He kind of looks up and he kind of starts remembering a little bit about like this distant memory that seems to have been being pulled away from him earlier of like him and his wife getting married, and he kind of starts to stand right up, just takes his hand off his face, a little bit of color starts like coming back into his skin. He's like,
You got
Right.
it, man.
right, yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, thank you for reminding me. He takes out the ration that you gave him and like pulls it out from his sort of leather satchel, this sort of like cracker bound thing, and he's like, of course.
Uh-oh.
Right, we're moving on. Where are we heading? And starts like taking down the ration.
Told you you shouldn't have done
Onward.
Onward. Unseelie court.
All right, where are we headed? On Sealy Court. Oh yeah, we following these weird fellows, Slick and Wardy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Right,
little frog is
Slick
the
and
boss.
Morty.
The big frog's a bit of a,
right, and they know where they're going, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
we have
I have
this
no
under
idea.
control.
And we found the girl.
They know
we
where
did
we're
this-
going.
But yeah, they.
Here's a
found
question.
the kid.
Here's a question, Pokey. Do you know where we're going?
Oh, hell no.
Well, we're gonna follow them and see if they do know, and if not, we'll just cut them down.
Right.
There you go.
Well, let's go. Cool. And you, he's gonna go ahead and take a healing potion too.
Mr. Poke?
Yeah.
Do you remember he had 4?
Of course.
Duh.
All right, so the 7 of you are heading out behind Slick and Wardy, and
So fucking funny. I
um,
love it.
you start heading towards the cliff. They go over. They wrap a rope around the cliff. Grung takes the girl, wraps her arms around his neck, checks the rope, and starts going down first, or Wardy rather, and then Slick follows, sort of going down the cliff.
Alright, I'm next.
You go next. All right, yeah, you start going down the cliff.
I'm after Banana.
I'll go in behind Ron.
All right.
I'll go after that.
Who's next? I'm ready.
I'm gonna use my own grappling arrows. I
Okay.
still don't trust anyone.
You're gonna rappel down yourself. You're
Yes,
gonna tie a
I'm
knot
not gonna
and
use
trust
them.
it to go to. Right.
All right, that's fair. So you're gonna use your grappling arrow to shoot it through the tree that's in front of you, or shoot it into
They
the
are
ground?
descending down a cliff,
Yeah.
right?
Use your arbor
You're gonna
mancy
grapple
to
down
make
and-
a way
It
down.
would be really funny if we just cut the rope on the two of them and the girl and just let them smash.
Be like, oh, that solves that.
I mean, I realize it would be it would just ruin what Travis had planned, and it'd be completely out of character. But it would be really funny to liquidate 2 frogs and a little girl.
Liquidated.
Above table.
That would
front.
do
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
We're going out of
Take 20
sale.
D6.
Everybody wants to kill the girl or need her skin or whatever.
They want our scan.
They definitely want her skin. I'm not sure they understand that would kill her, but they definitely want the skin.
Is there
Flame,
anything near
stay
me
alive.
that I can strike?
Yeah, you
wi-
can flay
that's
people, they
near
just
the
wanna be
edge of the
dead
cliff and then
afterwards.
The
scale
tree?
down.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I
We
would
live
like
in
to
a
do.
magical
Shoot the tree,
world
make
where you
my
can
own
heal
way.
someone
Alright,
immediately
you start
after, so
scaling
make
on
their
your
skin grow back.
Are you going down?
If they survive the
Are
process.
you going down everyone else's rope, or are you going down her rope?
I'm gonna go down her rope.
Okay. Cool. You have what? 50 feet of hempen rope?
Plus, we have 100 combined.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you guys start making your way down the cliff, and as you do,
Is this a forest now?
As you
I
do-
shot a tree.
well,
Let the man
ish.
speak.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out.
We don't
You're
know
in the
yet.
Feywild. So the Feywild is sort of a mirror of the material plane. It's its own
I
plane.
get it.
It's a
We're like
hiccup.
tripping, but like.
You're not tripping. You're just in another plane of existence.
Oh, we're tripping.
Could be both.
Hanging out with musical frogs.
Yeah.
So, you know, he just got poisoned so,
Poison.
For a minute.
for a minute.
For
Yeah.
a minute. Just chill.
Drugs, guys.
All right.
It
I'm
ebbs
just
and
trying to,
flows.
gauge my.
I should lick him.
Ooh, let's all lick malarkey.
I do want to take a quick break at this point because I have to pee like a racehorse, and it's almost 9. So
Where do I go around here to spill some urine?
You want everyone to like me?
You gonna play Rainbow Connection?
All right, send you a link to this link.
I am finally okay.
What, you smoked some weed?
Yes.
Whoa.
It's true, the neck's already broken!
Oh.
Is it still perfect?
Still that's the punk rock like a little editing.
With a banjo, though. What's more metal than that?
Travis
So
is the punk rock banjo master.
Yes, I can't wait.
I sent you
For
a
you to
link.
show it off.
I sent you a link to the
Jake!
video
Oh
on,
my god, you
Jake.
texted me.
on Discord. So it's
Thank
a
you
personal
so much.
Can I get another D20 over here? Mariah keeps stealing mine.
guys, I'm only using my new metal dice, so the D20s
I
are.
was gonna.
at it.
Isn't this your favorite one right here?
Dragon Breath.
Her favorite one is the blue one. The
Okay.
light
No, it's
blue
not.
one.
You guys
Shut
have Adam.
up.
It's the red with gold.
Dude, where'd it go? You left it here. I remember seeing it on the
Nice
table.
your wicked
My
guys.
kids took it.
Oh.
Please, 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 please.
This one's my favorite one.
One of the
Isn't that
fucking
amazing?
kids took it.
They're
Yeah,
so
they're the
good.
best.
It was sitting here when she left.
Stop,
and I was
stop.
like,
here.
I have the privilege. Oh my god, I'm fucking stoked. I don't even. That feels so
Just blow them
good.
all at once and it feels better.
Wait. They just drop. No, the
They
round.
just
It's
drop.
the opposite of like the rounded D20 I've been rolling for.
Yeah.
And it
When
feels like
takes
you're
off,
rolling.
that was
Keeps going.
foul.
It feels like a real
Such
roll.
control, such power. You deserve those.
There's some website that like will get you like $80 sets of dice or something.
There's
It's
some
like $60 or
crazy shit
$80.
out there.
And like legitimately on every order or something, they'll like before they send them to you, they have a video. This is how you test to see if they're like perfectly balanced. Is that you put them in like a mixture of like water and salt water,
Oh,
and
Travis
put
did
it in
that
there to see
all
if they
of our
like.
dice.
Yeah. What if it like balances on something? It's unevenly weighted. And they're like, no, ours are perfectly weighted. And they'll send you a video of all your shit. It's like, see, look, they're perfect. Take them. And it's like,
But I
so
want the ones
Buy
that
them,
are weighted.
$80.
Where you can
Yeah.
get
I
metal
want
one
dice
that
for
rolls
$15 and not spend.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing is that like, who fucking cares, right? Like, unless your dice is like weighted poorly.
Look,
enough
if
that
it
you're
rolls
gonna-
I have
ones, it
several
goes out the window.
metal
That's all I know.
/ stone dice sets on hold, just like looking, but
Yeah.
like those kind of pushed me over the edge.
Yeah,
to be
I
like,
I've
I
done the
want-
same thing.
Yeah,
I
these
saw them and I was
They
like, I want to get
feel-
the metal
These are
ones.
Sphinx and they
I have seen, yeah.
Those aren't even
My-
even that
my
expensive.
other-
they're
Like,
pretty. They're $15.
yeah,
I think
and,
I
and
already have
honestly,
that
like a
sitting
super
in
cheap
my-
set of
My
six
other
is like
D&D.
I
half
remember-
that much.
Ah.
So like, why
I
not?
think
Like
we'll
they're
get a
still
set that has
cheap.
an additional
Like 15 bucks for like that is nice.
also, and I've
Yeah.
been trying to narrow it to those sets
I just
that
go
have
to
an
the
additional
comic
3D
book
sets.
store
Because you
and
need
then
it for your
make the guy take out
assassination.
Like, all
Dude, these same ones were like
To see the
$50
prettiest
in the
ones.
comic book store. It was like they even looked like they were maybe the same company. It was like 50.
well, yeah, they got
Travis, that's like the
I'm gonna buy these from
Markup, they
China
usually
for
do 50% markup,
$15.
So they probably weren't Sphinx.
Yeah, I mean, there's I think they sell those at Ray Gun Lounge for 20. Pretty sure.
Yeah, that's it. That would be a regular markup.
Yeah, which is sane.
So, you guys are following behind Slick and Morty.
Good job,
And
Poacher.
you guys have successfully cascaded down the cliffside for an unknown amount of time. And the moon has kind of swung back as you guys climb down over to the other side without incident. You start walking through the forest, and behind them, you see Wardy kind of like shoot his tongue out into this forest area that's sort of aglow with like, it's sort of dripping wet. It's almost jungly. The ground is soft, not as soft as the grass that you've been walking on, but still like moist. Each step like has a little bit of give to it. There's just different colored balls of lights all around you, like these sort of like what you make out to be fairies wistfully like moving through the forest. Wardy like lashes out his tongue, grabs a fairy, sucks it in as he's like walking by.
Yeah.
What?
He opens his mouth and the fairy comes out, and it almost makes this sort of little like thank you. It comes out.
Who did this? Slick or Woody?
Fucking.
The big one.
The one with the kid.
Morty is
Oh.
snacking on fairies.
As you guys continue
Just
to
licking them.
move through the
They're
forest,
thanking him.
and the moon
What
continues, The moon is just above the tree canopies, and it continues to move sort of back and forth as you guys seem to be walking for a long time. And Slick kind of calls back to you, Jin.
Jayen.
Jayen.
Jin.
Jen, sure, whatever. Call me what I don't give a shit.
Jay.
I have many names.
Yi.
They can call you whatever. I will go with Jayen.
Fujin.
They call back to you, Jayen.
Yeah, technically they don't know my name anyways.
We asked you.
You guys know my name.
You
They
told
don't.
us.
They said don't say names, and I haven't introduced
Okay.
myself.
okay.
They didn't say Jayen.
Yeah. They just called back.
They call back to you.
I like eating
And, ask you to come up to the front and talk to them.
Yeah, before I scoot up, she's right in front of me, Rob's right in front of me, and if you don't mind, come in with just in case.
Yeah, sure.
I'll move up, and yeah.
Bad idea with mine.
So, Slick and Wardy, what's up?
So,
I'm like, what is
what's
this?
your business with the Unseelie Court?
I don't believe that really matters.
Just curious.
Yeah, well, you stay curious. We'll cover that. We'll cover that whenever we get there. I will say that we do have important business there, and for bringing us there, you'll be rewarded. But
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
perception.
And I guess you two, since you were next.
Turn home.
Do I get advantage still? Or
19.
why was I getting advantage before?
Different thing.
Oh. So nothing. Oh, 5, so
11.
You notice that there's like a little flower necklace. It's a daisy around his neck. And as you sort of shrug off his questions, it closes. It's this metal flower that's the shape of the daisy. It closes up into a bud form.
Into a what? A bud?
A bud.
I thought you said butt for a second.
Yeah, bud daisies.
It's a daisy.
I was
No,
like,
it's a
how
bud.
Kind of
interesting.
nip it in the butt.
So cute. That'll be
Dip it in the
And he
butt.
goes-
That's a good one.
Will we be keeping the girl when we leave the Sealy Court? Okay.
Our arrangement wasn't for you to keep the girls, so no.
Well, half work. What do you say?
the girl stays with us.
Why are we going to the Unseelie Court?
Yeah, we don't want to discuss that with you. At least right now. Like, we'll get there, you know?
Interesting.
Very important stuff.
It's really important.
I looked to. Oh, wait, is it? Which one was it? Wardy that I suggested.
Slick.
taking us?
Slick.
Slick. Yeah, I'll look at Slick and just be
I
like.
think slim, like
I mean,
small,
you
or
want
slick.
to take us there, of course.
Slim.
So,
Of course.
yeah, I mean,
Just curious in nature.
yeah, I mean, curiosity's good. I like curiosity.
Not good for cats.
Well,
What's
we're-
your name?
Frogs.
My name? Jen.
Jin. Jin, have you dealt with the Sealy Court before?
Are we going to the Sealy Court or the Unseelie
All I
Court?
know
Indirectly.
they're a
We're
giraffe.
wandering around with a couple of talking frogs.
What's
so-
your opinion on the Sealy Court?
The Sealy Court? Typically I would have to say that I reserve opinions. On a professional level, for me, it's best that I don't have strong thoughts on things. As far as my
I'm trying not to think too
trade
hard.
is concerned,
I think it's not.
money's good wherever it comes from. So,
Have you met Mauve?
Mauve? If I have, I don't believe that was the name I got.
Color, right?
It is.
At the Sealy Court, right?
I wouldn't know. I mean, if
Brownish pink.
I've met associates. I've met people
Brain.
indirectly. Wait for the Sealy Court. This is not the Unsealy.
Yeah.
Mauve.
Yeah.
If that's their name, it's not the name that I had heard.
Interesting.
So no, I don't believe I've met a Mauve from the Sealy Court, but it's potentially, an option that they gave me a name separate from that.
Well, that's all I needed to know.
What is that of any importance to you for?
Well, since we're keeping secrets here, suppose I'll keep mine.
Okay.
They continue to move forward. As you guys move through this jungly area,
I'll remind you.
you come to a clearing. The trees kind of open up and there's this large stone stairwell. It seems to have become a little bit more jungly as there's vines hanging down. You see these huge stone pillars going up on this risen platform that is about
3,000 feet.
That's a lot of feet.
KO.
about 35 feet up into the air.
Close enough.
These steps cascading up to it, the pillars are sort of holding up this sort of broken old structure.
Some
And-
stonework.
Yeah. Let's see what's up with stone.
Yeah.
Check out those rocks, dude.
I love stones.
Get over there.
Lip gloss.
12.
Like lip gloss on your knuckles.
It seems to be more ancient, abandoned elven work.
Yep. This is definitely ancient, abandoned elven work.
Right. So like they stopped building it halfway through.
Yeah, right there. No more.
This general area of the holes.
Yeah.
You can barely see
They're all gone.
you can barely see the canopy, or you can barely see the sky's canopy of the jungle has become more dense, and the moonlight is kind of breaking through in small areas. And as you step up, you see more of the sort of pale lights that you had seen surrounding these pillars and kind of swirling around as the two frog creatures lead you up the steps. The steps themselves are so large that it's not quite stepping as it is sort of like climbing from step to step. You come up inside this structure and you see across the floor in front of you is this large granite tile work that looks to be broken apart in places. To your right you see it sort of sunken down in. To your left you see it sunken down in front of you you see like another small area that's sunken with a marble archway going over the top of it. You stop at the top, and in the back, on the other side of the marble archway, are a few more sets of marble steps going up to like what looks like a stage or sort of a throne. And there's vines hanging down. You see all kinds of like different creatures inside there, roaming around, feasting on stuff on the ground. Some of them walking on their hind legs like humans, some of them walking in what seems to be like a normal animal form. In the very back you see what looks like a gigantic hammock, like made out of little pieces of vine and little pieces of wood, like all strung together. Yeah.
This is the Sealy corpse.
Unsealy, right?
I think he was taking us to the Unsealy corpse.
He said seal.
Unsealy.
And the unsealy cords where we need to resurrect.
That's where the unicorn told you
Yeah,
to
yeah,
go,
I'm
right?
just making sure.
You see in the very back you see a what did I say it was? Hammock. It's made up out of vines and like
Harpsichord.
pulled pieces of wood, like shavings off trees, all sewn together. Sitting in it, you see this huge gorilla with sort of like a makeshift,
I'm gonna hide.
Bastard.
sort of makeshift,
Took the bird away.
tarnished metallic
That bird
crown,
away.
kind of like protruding tallly off the top of his head as he sits back in the hammock. To the right, you see, to the right and left of him, you see two gorillas that are adorned in sort of piecemeal, heavy armor, plate mail all over their bodies, just gathered pieces that are a little bit rusty. And to the right and left of them, you see a leopard kind of sitting on its paws like this, and a lion on the other side sitting on its paws like this. Next to the hammock, you see a very like tall and elegant giraffe like sitting back in a large chair, neck just kind of like curving forward and looking down.
Well, that's
Such a
fantastic.
long neck.
And the place seems to be naturally lit by the moonlight. A few fires on the pillars that surround you, these gigantic pillars that are going up to this sort of dome archway at the top. Very high up with little pieces that are broken off, the moonlight shining through. and these little balls of light that you saw down in the platform, the cave itself, like, are just sort of like moving around from creature to creature, and inside these what almost look like carved out pools to your right and left.
Alright, I'm gonna go right in because
You have the horn, and this is.
I have the horn and I don't really give a fuck. I'm just gonna walk right on in there, kind of towards the direction of the gorilla.
Are there any
The
seals?
gorilla.
You should hang out with Slick and Ruby. Because
If you guys
they're
wanna,
probably get it together, but maybe not let me
if
walk
you guys
out.
wanna hang out outside, I don't
Yeah,
care.
they're not.
I
I
just
won't let them walk out with the
Yeah,
girl.
so hang
feel
out
like
there
this
then.
is my
You pretty much lost your eye for that girl.
cut out
Right.
horn time.
She's my.
Right, is there how many of you
Horn
are
time?
walking up
Horn
with
time.
Banana
I'm
up
I'll
over
follow
the
Banana.
archway?
Horned up.
I have no idea what the fuck's
Horned up.
happening other than the fact they mentioned a unicorn. I'm hanging out in the back.
Okay.
I'm in the
I
back
am-
with this guy.
I'm hanging back with Slick and Wardy just in case they try and take off with the girl. 'cause I'm not
Can
gonna let that happen.
I ask
It's
you
too hard
guys
to run away
I'm
without
just gonna
legs.
chill out with this horned up
before I
banana.
go, you guys, do you remember the unicorn's
I don't think we ever got it.
Of course.
Did we get a name?
name?
Did,
I don't know.
Did you
I'm
ever tell us
asking you.
anything?
I don't think we got
Nope.
a name from
No,
the
I don't think we got a name.
I wasn't there.
The name from
Steve.
what? The unicorn?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, no, it was just
Steve.
Sorry. You need that
Steve.
freedom.
We never had a chance to get a name from
Lenny.
the unicorn.
Hey
Okay,
guys,
yes.
my name's Steve.
I was just making
Steve
sure
the
that,
unicorn.
you know.
If you don't mind bringing
As
me
you
the
can
NC.
Because of
preview
Ash,
with
there
your
were-
own
wasn't
two
really
eyes,
time
I
for
have only one
pleasantries.
horn, therefore I
Yeah,
have
I
a
just
horn.
didn't know if like it just happened.
Go ahead and
at
just
all,
chop
so-
off my my little horn here. Bring it to the unsealy court. They'll fix everything right up for you.
Yeah.
Wait.
So
Wait, but when it turned into human form.
So,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like you wrote that shit down. I just wrote.
Slick and Wardy are leading you,
You can't do it every time.
you, Banana, and who else is following Banana?
I am.
You're following Banana? You
I'm
two?
with you, but I ain't with you.
That's fine.
Are you two hanging back, or are you, what are you guys up to?
I'm following banana.
Following Banana?
Yeah.
I'm a shy, stabby rogue with the. Yeah,
That's a good call.
Okay. So Slick and Wardy lead you up over the marble archway. As you look down to your left and right, you look like it looks familiar. It looks like almost like a dried out bathhouse. And there's actually tubes leading from the end of these like carved out what look like old baths, like leading down back behind you, down the steps behind you. As you move forward, like a lot of sort of like the pale light balls are moving up with you and surrounding you. It's a bit of it is a grandiose place, but as you get closer to the throne, it becomes more tight. The two gorillas with the armor and what look like maces in their hands kind of move forward and become more upright, and the lion and the leopard like stand up on their two legs to look at you,
I'm gonna
and
wave.
their eyes are following. You're gonna wave at the
Absolutely.
wave at who?
The gorillas. I think you said they were the closest.
Gorillas?
That's right. Yeah.
They kind of look at each other, tentatively wave back.
As they stand, I would like to give a very flamboyant curtsy bow. You know, whatever, something.
From the back.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Is it
curtsy-
borderline
Curtsy
insulting?
bow, whatever. Hell no,
Do
no.
both.
Flamboyant,
You have a
flamboyant,
dress on
and
for a
and
curtsy?
humbling.
So
Yes.
sort of like a
Yes. I mean with flair. Yeah.
Very bardy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you stand up and do that one?
Hell no.
go ahead and roll performance.
Oh, the one you just
That would
did
be
wasn't
25.
enough.
25. As you do,
No, I'm happy to roll for that. I got plus 11.
Oh shit.
as you do, the king sort of slides off the hammock, and it gives way behind him, kind of swinging back and forth, hitting the pillars behind it. He lands on the ground with sort of like a big thud. And he starts walking forward. He adjusts his crown up,
Bad boy.
and he kind of like he pulls out this instrument, and he's like, "Well, at least somebody has some manners. Thank you for arriving at my manor."
I know these people, see? I mean, spiritually.
Alright.
You know that guy?
Grug kind of responds on his harp, or not Grug,
Wardy.
Wardy responds on his harp, just saying, "From U.S. Gronguus, and he kind of like bows down, and Slick himself also gives sort of like a little curtsy.
I'm gonna bow to you.
I'm gonna keep eye contact and dip real.
I'm just gonna like do some super casual kind of shit, like.
I'm gonna actually curtsy.
You're gonna actually curtsy,
Like a real one.
Like cross my legs.
And step backwards.
and
I
Slick,
give a
Lay princeling.
you're gonna wave.
Well, no, I'm not gonna wave.
My lord.
I'm gonna nod my head. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I'm just
Wink
gonna
at
nod
him.
my head too. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'm not
do
gonna
that
wave.
weird
You're
shit.
gonna
I'm gonna
wink
nod
at
my
him.
head.
Otherwise known as a blink to someone with one eye.
Like that way I'm not acknowledging, but I'm like,
You're
You're
gonna
just waving?
blink at them.
no, I'm not waving. I'm just gonna nod my head. Like
Like a bow nod.
yeah,
like a
bow nod.
respectful-
Like a respectful.
She's gonna
Okay.
do the fucking like.
Fist up in the air.
Doll eye.
Slick moves forward and he's like, they are seeking passage to the unceded court.
This guy wants a kiss.
And the gorilla with the crown on his head kind of looks down at you guys and he's like, And what is your business with the Sealy court? I'd love to help you, but I'm out of sorts.
You should just let him know that we have an important
I'm gonna
task
clap.
from a magical being.
Thank you, kind
I
sir,
know, dude. I was
for your
like,
clap and your words.
This singing shit stressing me out. Alright, I have a mission for my creatures around here. I don't know what to say.
Magical creature.
So
A
we
celeste.
ran into a creature with a problem. They told me to take something to the unseated court. And I've never been here before, so I'm not really sure what I'm looking for, but hopefully you can help me.
Welcome to the Fae. I will help you find your way, but I am missing my heir. I lost him to a scare, and if you help me, I will help you find your way.
It's the never-ending story.
Okay.
I like this singing Gorilla King.
Who's your heir?
Ask him if he likes to eat.
My heir is my son, the one who will become the king one day. So if you help me find him, I'll help you find your way.
Does he look like you?
Your son eat
Is he
birds?
also a giant gorilla?
I was wondering the same thing.
I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be nice about it.
My son eats human flesh, like everyone
thank
else
God,
in
only
this
humans.
course.
Oh,
Because they
sweet!
They're not humans.
No, none of us are human. We're
Fine.
solid.
Because humans are rare,
You're delicious.
a very rare sort.
Elf.
Alright, I have a deal for you.
Ignore the
How about
beard,
this?
ignore the beard.
I know where there
Quickly
is
shaves.
a lot of humans.
Oh my gosh! We're gonna solve so many
I
problems.
don't know where your heir is at all, but I
We got
do
a couple towns in
know where
mind.
there's lots of humans.
Yeah.
I do know where my heir is, but I cannot enter. For the hag herself is mean, and makes me lose my center.
Could've just
Wait,
said
where's your-
temper,
where's your
honestly,
hair?
But
I don't want to see a gorilla
Why
that
is he
lost
not
his temper.
here?
yeah, but I mean temper.
Dude.
is more fun.
Gorilla fights?
He was stolen by a hag,
A hag.
name I do not know, but I know where she resides, and I'll tell you if you make me cry.
Ooh, who can make a
Wow. So in order for us to help you find your son, we have to
I
make
can't
you
say anything because
cry
I'm not
first.
right up there with you
Yeah, no,
guys.
that's fine.
He's not.
If you understood my
We
song,
can hear because there's some.
I appreciate how long you've chosen to listen to me. I just need my kid back with me.
Hey, I didn't get your name, sir. your lordship, whatever you refer to, your status.
And your son's name.
Your gorilla-y regality.
Most just call me king from day to day. But if you must know, it's King Herambe.
Okay.
Oh god.
I thought he looked pretty sexy.
So hard.
So you need to
It's
try.
Saturday night.
What's your son's name?
I'll ask this because I'm pretty sure I could make you cry from a joke, or I could make you cry from a song. Do you like humor or do you like music more? I think you like music, but I just figured I'd give you an option.
As long as it makes me sad, I'll tell
So
you
you
I'll
want to be sad
glad.
specifically, because I figure you could laugh, cry also. I've done it before. It's great.
My heart must be too bleak for me to even speak. So please speak your words and definitely make them hurt.
Make me hurt.
Oh, Herambe boy, the pipes are calling. Yeah, sing that song. Performance. 25. I sing Oh Herambe boy. The whatever fucking the Scottish tragedy Oh Danny boy, but with Oh Herambe boy, and about how he's never gonna find his home again.
That's a beautiful song, my
That's what I was gonna
bard,
tell you.
but it makes no sense to my heart. I must hear a tale of woe, whether it's a song or a poem.
Wait, what about that? Okay.
You guys, I mean, honestly, like,
There's that.
who's the guy that died? That was with you? You like do something sad with that, right?
What? Which guy was that?
The guy that was with you that died, the other one, the
I
wizard.
have no idea who you're referring to.
Oh. What guy?
The wizard.
Who? No.
Yeah, the wizard, the one
Yeah.
that
We never traveled with any wizards.
We don't know any wizards.
I don't
Party-
associate
Definitely
with
not
magic.
human wizards.
I don't associate with magic users.
Not even tree
hand
benders.
glowing with eldritch
Sing
energy.
like a song about a kid.
Yeah, Danny Boy's
I'm
about
gonna
a
heckle
him.
a boy not being able to return
Okay.
home.
There's
Music
John
fucking
Denver's
blows, dude. Just talk to
songs
us
about
like a
it.
normal dude.
A walk in the rain, mother's son.
Do not enjoy my rhymes.
I don't know.
This is how I communicate all the time.
What's that
Sing
song?
the Will Smith version of that.
Tell me what is wrong. I love construction criticism.
Wow.
Such a fucking reach.
Your son will never be home.
I'm gonna choke on popcorn. I gotta stop. Temporary.
I almost want to just recite "Nothing Gold Can Stay" because that's actually pretty sad. But
Just tell him,
If it
telltale
is
heart.
sad, it will make me glad.
Recite
That
some
doesn't
Edgar
make
Allan
sense.
Okay, he
I've
wants a
been
happy
had.
song. He wants a happy song.
he doesn't want to. He's been saying. he wants
just
to
Well,
sad.
that'll make him cry. Maybe of
If it
laughter.
makes
Give him a
sense.
happy
I
song
already
about
suggested that, and he
He
said
just
no.
said if
a
it's
happy
sad,
song
it'll
about a
make me
gorilla.
glad.
Come on, procure
Oh,
it,
okay.
music boy.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't
Okay.
know any. What about
Uh,
the Jungle Book? Sing a King Louie song. No, I'm just kidding. What?
Okay, so this is like this is
I'm
this
King
is inverse thing. Happy things make him sad. Is that what you're saying? He's saying.
I don't know, I think.
I was coming up with ideas, not paying attention to what he was actually saying.
I wanna walk like you.
Talk like you.
I just immediately went to what's his face. What's the fucking like
I
Toy
do
Story
not
guy?
appreciate your mockery. Dragonborn,
Oh no! I'm
don't
sorry.
talk to me.
I was like,
Ruthless.
who's the Toy Story guy? The guy that makes that
Trying to
that's
make me
always got
cry,
like nobody's like short people got no reason to live.
Oh yeah.
I don't know this
What's
one.
his name? Short people.
Come on, ones with the kids.
Randy
Yeah.
Newman. Randy Newman.
Randy Newman. Yeah.
Randy
Which
Newman.
song?
The Randy Newman.
Little hands.
Walk around wearing big love.
Okay,
Yes.
legitimately, I was busy thinking of ways to work on the gorilla issue. I missed it. Did he say happy things make him sad?
He
I
said,
believe
make
so.
me
Sad
sad,
things
make
would
me
make him
glad.
glad.
He said,
If you
No,
make
oh, no, that's just the
me
process.
cry,
Yeah.
you'll be the apple of my eye.
He just wants to be really sad. Tell him about all the humans murdering all
I mean,
of
I
us.
could.
Oh my gosh, sing him a song
Listen,
about the
feas-
horrors we've
feasibly-
seen, yeah.
Feasibly, like
Dealt
you
by
just, like,
humans.
Like, I mean, I've drawn a tear by stubbing my toe pretty hard. You just walk up there and stomp on his toe, maybe.
Yeah.
Please say more about how you stubbed your toe.
Yeah.
There we go.
how about we tell him how you know, I think we were onto
Let's
something about
go.
our friend
Alright.
dying.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
anything
that's
about
kind
that
of a big
though.
deal.
So either one of you needs to do it, or you need to tell me about it
Can
so
you
I can
Alright,
tell him.
so we had
What
this
about the
friend
time?
and he was a wizard and then he found this staff that made him possessed by demons and then we were going to try to save him and then
Long story
wait,
short.
he died. And
Okay.
then he got
Tragically.
better, but not.
and that's where
because-
I ran into you all.
Well,
The
after he
metaphor
turned into
for
a
it
demon lord and
Is
tried
flying
to
too
kill all
close
of
to
us.
the gorilla.
Yes.
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 Yeah, that's what
Our
you should
wizard
call it.
friend
I
flew
feel
too
like that's
close to the
something
gorilla and got snatched up
And
in
eaten.
the air
By a demon.
by a demon king.
I feel like there's a lot there, and you just gave it to me in 4 sentences. That's kind of hard to turn something into that.
Well, I feel like
It's hard to
if
work
I
with
can
that material.
simplify it, so
we
can
were
you.
friends and we traveled, we were adventurers, and we
I was
had
barely
a
paying
long.
attention.
What'd you lose in it?
I was
I mean, outside
deprived
him,
or
like I
poisoned,
mean,
tapped
so
out.
you tried really hard to fix something and it didn't
Or
work.
crack
And
it.
the opposite happened.
And-
So it was basically, I mean, it's a
Fahoo
tragedy.
It was a tragedy, yeah. Not only did we lose a member of our
I
team,
will
but
tell
our
you
friend.
something that's making me sad.
Please tell me now.
We were
And
traveling
we'll
with
move
a
out.
girl that was
Who's
almost
gonna
like our
be
daughter,
crazy space demons?
and then a unicorn teleported her away, and then these frogs made
Wanted to rip her skin off.
I would
Stole
like
wanted to rip her
to.
skin off.
I would like to recite a song
She's
to
a
the
human
gorilla about.
That story amuses me much.
Okay.
It's got such a human touch.
Banana.
I would like to sing a song to the gorilla about a mother who created a pact with a fiend and sacrificed her son's voice to fulfill the bargain.
Holy shit. Okay, roll at an advantage performance.
What the fuck?
Little Mermaid.
26.
Where'd this come from?
26.
Yes.
He's gonna
I
rip his
performed
heart
this song.
open.
At the end of the story, he kind of like sort of drops his banjo to his knees, sits down cross-legged,
We did it.
and a dark cloud starts like forming over him, and it breaks apart into 2 separate parts over to the other ends where you saw the sort of carved out bathhouse things, and it just starts pouring down rain. As the bath starts to fill up, the animals get like extremely excited, and it fills up, connecting like the 2 pools as they sort of start flowing over the other ends in waterfalls and flowing down the canals, creating waterfalls down the stairs that you came up. The animals are all sort of joyous and like gathering around in celebration and jumping in the water, like
Salt water's good for the
cannonballing.
skin.
Still
And he
need that
stands
bath
up.
water?
Do you still need to jump in? dude?
Now I'm sorry for your loss, but I appreciate your cost. The curtness of your story and song was all wrong. Now let's go find my son, and to the Enseelie court begun your tale of woe and show.
Alright.
The hag, she presides just on the other side. Near a swamp, you'll hear a stomp as you arrive.
Are you gonna come with us?
I will not join you at all.
I'll lose his temper.
I won't go near her. I don't answer your call,
Okay.
but you can go alone. I wouldn't recommend taking anyone with you.
Why? What's up with the hag? What's wrong with the hag?
The hag is an evil type. She was kicked out. Rightfully
Yes.
from the material plane. She doesn't belong here anyway.
Is she a human?
Yeah, how do you define evil if you eat people?
People are so tasty, they fill our empty bellies. There's no one else we could eat except lost human wanderers.
Not even each other?
Guys.
Not even
I'm
each
concerned.
other, not even a little bit other.
Seems like a piss poor excuse.
Don't you think?
Alright.
What?
I'm concerned.
Cool, so you said a swamp.
Oh.
Which direction
Go make
are we
friends
gonna
with this
go when we
hag.
head out?
Let's go make
Right,
friends
so
with that.
guys, are we all going? Am I? Are we?
If you head to the south north end of this beautiful land, you will find the hag in the swamp,
Head to the what?
and she will have my young man. He's
Oh.
the heir to my throne. Please bring him back whole, and I will reward you with the information you need, and also give you some sort of prize for your deed.
Okay.
Oh, I thought
Okay,
you were gonna
guys,
promise
I'm
us
just-
a
Can
behorn
we just
steed.
do?
But
Can you
Can we
also
just do like a little group huddle over here, guys?
Yeah.
1 second?
Prize is a good
pardon
one.
us, Your
Of course,
Majesty.
take your time. I'll be over here with
Your
another round.
spasmajesty.
Alright.
Spasticity.
So like,
So
we can't take.
You just said south north end.
Yep.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Nothing
Maybe
that
if
makes
we,
any
like-
sense. So let's just have him point
If
and
we
go
like
that way.
focus
Also, we should ask
on
him
the
more
hag
about
of
the
the
hag.
swamp.
If he wants his son so bad. I want to know what we're
I
up
feel, I
against.
feel as though. Like,
We're a little low on magic. In
Which
our
was the
group
north
now.
south?
I
no,
know.
no, I'm
Did you say
magically
north
talented.
south or
It's
south
the
north?
entrance to the
Interesting.
north south.
I
North
can bend
south.
trees.
You don't know much about bards, do you?
Oh hell no! I've never met one of you before.
Well, I'm glad.
It's a
to,
beautiful tradition.
Yeah, listen. I am very honored to provide you with an excellent first-time experience traveling with a bard. It's a wonderful experience. One would say extremely
I'm
magical.
so happy
Both-
to be your first.
And raw magical power and charm.
Toss a coin to
Alright.
Richard.
I'm sorry that I went up
Charm
there
a
and
hag.
had, like negative charisma.
Will you sleep
Alright,
with
guys.
us? If need
It
be.
depends on what she looks like, honestly.
Alright.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm pretty picky.
It's in
You're
the
picky?
title. So.
You don't strike me as the picky type.
It depends
Bard.
on what kind of environment I've been in for an
Are you
extended
talking
period of
about
time. I'm not quite thirsty.
Fucking hag.
Yeah.
But
Bard.
I've heard plenty of people
Roll to
be
seduce
called
the
hags that
dragon.
were quite,
Alright.
something to look at. So
Guys,
So I
I'm
think if
concerned
we,
about.
oh sorry.
I'm concerned about the girl.
And
Leaving the girl.
What about the girl?
her
Oh my god, just leave her with the gorilla. I'm sure he'll eat her up just fine.
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, I
the
mean-
girl
I mean,
is like a whole other thing.
here's
But I
the
was thinking like if we focus on the swamp, we'll probably end up.
here's
At
I
the-
wish
the
we could
swamp.
shrink the girl and let her live in your other eye.
We also don't necessarily know that these people are on the up and up.
Oh, for
Might
sure.
be that the hag can show us to the unsealing court.
Yeah. Either way, like finding the hag might be good because hag probably knows some shit. She got kicked out of the material plane.
We have.
My guess is if she got kicked out of the material plane, it's because she's pretty evil.
That's come on. Let's not go into this making assumptions. Okay.
But also like everything's pretty skewed.
Right. She
Right now.
maybe she got kicked out of material plane. 'Cause she's trying to do too much good.
There you go.
I guess that's possible.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
listen,
maybe she just
listen,
like doesn't.
you don't know
want
who kicked her out, man. It could have been like a shitty landlord, right?
We could definitely solve our issue,
Look, my suggestion:
our
we
overarching
do something
issue.
with the girl. Probably don't leave her here. Go see the hag. See if we can work things out amicably. If not, whatever.
I
What
vote
if
we
we-
leave the girl here and let nature take
Wait,
its
wait, wait,
course.
What if
And
we tell-
go find that hag.
What if we tell the gorilla that we'll go do that,
Feywild
but we
take
need
its
the girl?
course, whatever.
What if we tell the gorilla we need the girl?
That'll probably work.
As collateral.
No?
We could also iron in the fact that the girl is important to the unsealing city. Without her, the purpose for us going there is kind of mitigated. So no girl, no little Herambe Jr.
Alright.
I mean, that's a simple thing, and
I
it's
am-
true.
With us?
So
I am
I know you're
not
not-
ready to convey this. Would you like to do this?
sure.
This is so good.
My Lord King Harambe,
So
I must say that
It's nice having a magic
we are
pocket.
more than happy to find your heir. We're more than happy to confront the
Thank God we have
hag.
someone charismatic
The
on
only
the team.
stipulation is that we need to make sure the girl stays safe because she's part of our reason for going to the unsealing city, and if we don't have her safe, alive, with skin attached, then our purpose is null and void, and we have no reason to help you. So that's our stipulation.
Just we're gonna leave her here. Don't eat her, or we'll throw away your firstborn.
Jeez.
Well, we don't eat elves.
Yeah, she's an elf.
That would not be covered.
Oh, thank you.
So
well,
when you return
Pokey
with
Eater's
my
safe.
kid, you will find the girl just fine.
would
Alright,
you?
but
The
this
girl's only a half
Can
elf.
we roll insight?
this
So
is
leave her on the shelf.
Someone else roll insight with me because, like, I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Who's proficient in it?
I'm proficient in it.
Me too.
what are we rolling?
16.
Insight.
Oh,
I'm
16.
proficient and that was a bad one.
Yeah.
we don't eat elves because that would be unkind.
You seem
Humans
sincere.
are fair game,
Alright.
though.
But also, it's important
Hope
that
you
her
don't
skin
mind.
stays
Yeah.
attached because these frogs want
Yeah.
to.
Also, make sure the frogs don't do anything weird to her.
Because
If you don't
they
mind.
already tried to take her skin.
You're worried about Morty and Slick.
Yeah.
Don't mind. They're not dicks. They'll stay here in my court. Don't you agree? And they both kind of look up and
Alright, I'm gonna
Grumpiness.
argue with the gorilla king.
Yeah, no,
Grumpiness.
it's stomp.
Suits me. Let's go find a little Herambe Jr. guys.
Alright, we will find your airfield.
By the way,
thank you for your time. Please exit out the stairs to the right. Head north, south you'll
Stage
go.
right or
And to the swamps you'll find your foe.
Head north, south you'll go.
Yeah, well, we have to go to the north-south end.
This isn't true.
to
Can you like
find the
drop a
swamp.
pin or like?
Nobody even rolled for
Yeah,
deception.
do you have like apple maps?
You rolled for deception.
for insight.
What's
Like, do you have a trail of apples
Is
that we
Pokey
could
doing?
follow to the...
At least that's what I think.
You
I
did
roll
roll.
pretty good.
Kind of out of fruit, but now we have water, so that might be solved. If you come back in a second or two, there may have been some fruit that evolved.
Alright,
Cool.
that'll be neat when we come back.
you're not supposed to accept food.
I don't care. I'll bring it home.
I'm hungry.
Sell that shit.
You want some fairy food? Super good for
Yeah.
you.
Alright, cool.
Keeps you young
Thank you.
forever.
And
Freaking out.
And never.
Dragonborn, you wish to speak, but insult once you did me.
Oh my
If
God,
you'd
that
like
was
to
you.
say something now, you'll have to tell me your true name somehow.
I'm good on saying anything.
Just beam.
Sounds fantastic to me. Let's go get us a hag.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's go get us a
air.
hag.
Yeah.
Find a little
Bye.
girl junior, and you know, show up. Get
I
her.
know.
Jan has
Do
a point.
cool
Let's
jungle
go.
book.
Alright, goodbye.
Jungle book.
Hey, we have water, y'all! Alright, let's swim! As you guys walk away, you hear the distant sound of the magical musical instrument from the Fae.
Pool party.
A harpsichord.
harpsichord.
So,
Um,
just throwing this out here, guys.
Do you see a swamp?
I would like to go ahead and make it clear, actually, and also figure out. Are you guys getting anything out of this?
What? Out of helping
the
him?
unicorn
The unicorn.
business?
The unicorn.
Oh.
Are you guys getting anything
I
out of
don't
this?
know.
Do you guys
I
have
have-
like a deal with
Yeah,
it?
we're getting it sent out of the Feywilds.
I have no
By
idea.
whoever the
Also,
fuck
like,
goes around unicorn.
Well,
the
basically-
unicorn like did us a solid, or at least tried, and then died.
Right.
So
we
the-
resurrected
so-
it twice. It tried to help us after we resurrected
Well,
it the
yeah.
second time.
It died twice.
So it asked us to do this favor.
So we
it's a favor
figured,
we're doing.
you know, we got it killed
So
two
so-
times.
It would be nice to
Better
have some
bring it back to
celestials on
life
our
2
side
times
when
to make it
Ash
even.
takes
So
over
can
the
die
world
third
and evil with him.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, so that's the thing though, is that like you guys haven't elaborated on that part.
Yeah,
you said he
you-
was dead, not dead.
Yeah.
You've said that he didn't. Your plans didn't work out, but you haven't said anything about that until now, and now that sounds serious.
He
has
turned into a
died,
giant
yeah,
demon
and
god
turned
and then
into a
flew
demon
away.
lord.
A demon god and a demon lord is what
And
this guy turned into.
A
You guys were
Lord,
having
if you will.
Flew
crazy
away.
nightmares. I mean, was
Yeah.
it you?
He was
Weren't
definitely
you
Oh.
telling me
from
about
the
your dream?
7 hells.
What dream?
Yeah.
I don't want to be an acrobat.
Like, so
Didn't you have a
okay.
dream about a map?
Map?
Uh huh. Of Fellcrest.
Oh, I had a dream about a map of Fallcrest and a bunch of demons like killing everyone.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, so where I'm going with this
I
is
dream
that
about
the
octopus.
unicorn didn't do anything for me.
All right.
I'm helping you all.
Probably a good idea if
What
you
am
want
I
to leave
getting-
here.
You know,
Well-
like I'm pretty sure, like from my knowledge, I could probably get out on my own eventually.
What you are getting out
Could
of
you
this?
get out with like say
If what
5
you're-
other people?
If what you're getting at is what are you getting out
It's
of
like
this?
7 people, because we got a little girl and a cat man.
Honestly,
getting really
Catman
good
dude
material
can stay here.
For music, for
Catman
one.
Crab.
Oh yeah, she's like a
Oh, but
folk
this
hero.
is different, and yeah, I am a
Oh
folk
my
hero.
gosh!
And she's kind of a big
I'll
deal.
be honest, kind of at this point, I mean, maybe lift your spirits a little
We're the
bit.
order
We're all
of the
kind
mass.
of well known in the area. I mean, I knew about you all before I.
We
bumped
did
into
get a
you,
giant tower
Nice.
in town.
Did you ever write?
You could
songs
probably
about
But
live
it?
no
there
one
if you
wrote any
want.
songs about us. Just saying.
So, yeah, well, we can
You-
use that.
I mean-
what
So-
I'm curious about is like what I get out of it.
Also,
Have you ever seen a unicorn get resurrected?
No, and that's cool. That's
pretty fucking
cool.
also like
Here's the thing.
you also get our
I can
friendship.
make shit up really well, and let's be honest, the average town person isn't going to know the difference. So that doesn't do anything for like story
You
material.
don't
It
want a
could,
unicorn friend?
Alright, I'll
Like,
put it
unicorn
this
friend
way.
plus all of us
Why
as your
shouldn't
friends.
we just kill you then? If you're not down to help
You don't even
us.
write any songs about us.
I mean, that's kind of a weird alternative.
That is a weird alternative.
You're threatening me with no compunction of like involvement for like.
Why have you around? Why should we let you hang out with us? Fuck off, kid. We're the Order of the Mask. We don't have
What are
time
your
for
thoughts on
fangirls.
this? Listen.
Oh, don't bother.
We can do a vote right now. I can
Don't worry
go
about
find
malarkey.
another way out of here.
Malarkey talks a lot.
I mean, I'm sure he does. I'm okay with that. But like, if that's a shared opinion with the group, I
Look-
can find my
look,
way
man.
out of here.
My opinion is you are welcome to go on this adventure with us. It would be cool to have you around if you would like to be. And then afterwards, if you know, like you kind of got this kinship, right? You know, like
Also, we have a house.
we do have a house.
Also, we have
yeah. Well, not a house,
uh,
a castle.
Order of the
Okay,
Mask.
so wait a second though, because one of you said a tower, one of you said a house, and one of you said
All
a
right,
castle.
it's like
It's a little bit of all
It's a
of
little bit
those.
all of it, yeah.
It's not great.
It's like a broken down tower castle.
But
Okay,
we
so-
have a little servant guy
I'd say
and
it's
a
a castle.
basement, and it's kind of nice.
It's like a castle.
You can have the dead guy's room.
Okay, so like, here's the thing though, is that the way you're describing it doesn't sound like it's an opulent place. It sounds
It
like it's
is.
just okay.
It is in
It's
a
fantastic.
town.
Tell you what,
It's in
if
a
you go
town.
back to town with
Next
us,
to-
you can have Kevin.
We live.
like
What about
Here's Kevin.
the sorcery tower?
He's
Okay,
like a
he
real
doesn't have a
little
place
guy.
to live. Would you like to live in the most beautiful tower and have your own floor? The top.
Yeah, would you like to
floor.
live in the onlyest tower of Midtown?
The onlyest.
Also,
You wanted to go to Midtown. You want to see
There's
something cool?
also some bars there that you
There
can
are
play
bars.
music at.
Half
there's
a bar.
men and
I've
women.
been to Midtown before. Like, you guys aren't telling me anything about a place that I'm unaware of. Midtown is
Right.
kind of a shithole.
Yeah.
Yeah. no,
Wouldn't you like to
For
live on
someone
the
that
outskirts of the
doesn't have a
shithole?
place to put his extra instruments,
Yeah.
Anyway.
I've lived a nomadic lifestyle. I'm a bard. It's pretty common. Like, that's not okay.
well, we constantly go on adventures.
I'm just
All
saying
right.
that like it feels as though you guys have some like emotional involvement in this thing, and I don't have any skin in the game. So I'm just wondering if there's some kind of material value that I can get out of it. I'd be
We
happy
gained
to.
some really
Wow.
cool shit along the way.
Oh come on, like listen, like you wouldn't want something out of helping people. It's okay to.
I'm a
want something
charlatan
out
and
of
I didn't
helping
ask
people.
anything from these people.
Look, we don't. Okay,
Yeah,
here's
but
the
you were
thing.
getting stuff naturally, anyways, right?
Oh, I know.
So would you
I
like
know.
to get
Think you're
stuff
not getting a
naturally?
cut of the
You
deal?
want a cut? Yeah. You don't think you'd get a cut? Is that all your
Well,
security?
Alright, hold on.
Except for right now,
Whatever.
the cut here doesn't seem to exist.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not getting like.
I'll buy you a beer.
We're not getting money. That's
I'll buy
yeah.
you a beer.
I'm gonna
too.
reach into the bag of holding and I'm just gonna show off like 5. I'm just gonna make sure 5 or
Handful of
6
them.
of the last heist we pulled is like dangling off my
gemstones.
arms. Look, we're rolling in shit. We haven't even had time to go through it. Hang tight, you'll get plenty.
Yeah.
There's a zip
Plus,
in the back.
if everything works out, there is a vacancy
Yeah, we
in the
invented
Order of the
zippers
Mask.
so that we could
And
stop
then
staffs
maybe
from flying out of
you
our
Or
could-
back
blood
windows.
getting into it.
Yeah.
And you know,
Alright, listen.
You know, astronauts
I
use
just,
Bloody
zippers on their
jewels.
spacesuits.
I
About the
wanted
vacuum.
I wanted to clarify
Things
that
are
we're
broke.
getting something out of this.
Sure. Like if we
It's
get
weird
stuff.
that you would be
Astronauts
so
use
hostile
zippers.
about it.
Oh, about the vacuum.
They're
space.
just
Man, we
they're
just
just
been through some
hostile.
shit.
It's just
Yeah.
their way.
And
We're
we just
haughty
need to-
elves.
Listen, I mean, here's the thing.
We're at a point where it's like, you know what, we don't
Poverty.
need anybody, but like if we would be happy
I
to have
understand, and here's the thing. For me, I'm cool with being a bit of an asshole, but it's nice if you like layer a charm to where people don't realize you're
I'm
being
just
an
gonna
asshole.
like, hold on.
It's nice to weaponize it.
Yeah, so maybe
Like,
charm it up a little
you.
bit,
Just
asshole.
slap a bracelet on his wrist.
Is this the jade bracelet?
No. It's just that would be fucking. No.
Just dies in his sleep.
I was about to say, the last people you gave this to.
Oh my god. Well, now I gotta cut off your hand too. I got a new nickname. It's the Palm Collector.
We found the hag.
Yeah, the whole time. It was me.
Wait, so what did you just give me?
Right, but
One
the
of
jade
our-
bracelet.
One of the jewelry things that we stole from those people. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very
Damn.
fancy jeweled bracelet. Of some
I'm okay
kind.
with playing.
All the diamonds are smashed.
See, okay.
out of it.
Not
Okay,
yet.
this is the right thought process. I like this.
I know
I'm
where
okay
you're
with
getting
playing.
at.
Obviously, I'm okay with playing. Look at me. Just wanted to make sure that this isn't something I'm getting stiffed on because I've honestly, like, I've already helped out quite a bit.
Oh yeah. We're
Yeah,
on the same team.
You did,
Team
And we helped you. We helped you
You,
with the puzzle.
you
Right?
convinced
Yeah, now
some
you have
frogs.
some, like, magical
I convinced some frogs. I
thing.
chilled out Harambe, made him cry. I solved the puzzle.
I think
on
we
my
could have
own.
made
Did you?
Harambe
Okay,
cry.
I don't know. I don't remember.
But I was happy
Your
for
son
company,
is dead.
honestly. I'm okay with company. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying I've done a lot of flipping so far. I want to be, you know,
Oh, we get treasure all the time.
okay.
We don't know what to do with it, but we have it.
I could help you find out,
Perfect.
you know, some ways to utilize the treasure. I'm sure.
Perfect.
Wow, that
This is
doesn't
very
sound like
symbiotic.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying that would be nice.
Yeah, that one's on me. Friends.
I know what you
forever.
can do with your treasure. Just give it to me. Problem solved.
Yeah. Sure. I know some people.
Sure.
All right, let's go kill a hag.
Wait, we don't know about killing her yet. Maybe it's. I mean, honestly, it might not.
Let's go hunt.
Let's go put a hag
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
At least that's the right direction.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
To the north-south.
Why don't,
North-south.
why don't we go and put the jade bracelet
Hag
on
has
the
some
hag,
unfortunate connotations, but
Did
I'm
you
not
get that
above
jade
doing
bracelet
something
on
with her
the
if
hag?
she's not
and she'll die.
bad looking, and
Yeah.
and it would, you know,
Ninja stats.
kind of remedy our issue.
You could probably just give it to
As
her.
you guys are talking, you notice that Pokey has. You notice that his armor and all his junk is kind of to the side of one of the pools. It's being rained down upon now, and he's kind of like chilling in the tub with a link next to him, like talking it up.
Ooh,
Do you say
whoa.
little links?
Pokey.
Yeah.
You are married.
To a tree.
Right, hey. Like this. Right, hey, listen, guys. I think I'm gonna sit this one out. Kind of hang out here in Harambe's corner where we go.
Socialize, huh? You know what? You deserve happiness.
He's done nothing but mope since I've seen him, so honestly, I don't know if he has
This
any
is
value in the
a
first
bit of an
place.
improvement.
His
Yeah.
have
wife
you
is
done?
his wife is a tree.
Right,
so.
His wife
I
is
go
a
with the
tree.
bard. I'm not really much value in this situation here.
Yeah.
All right. See you later.
I saw him drink some
He wants to
potions.
be
You wanna,
ditched.
like, go steal some of his potions before we go, just in case.
Hey, you
This
guys
guy.
want to take my last 3 potions? Like,
Oh,
We don't
yeah.
have to steal them.
I don't waddle over there.
Yeah.
Sick. Thank you.
Cutie.
yeah, well, good luck. You need any of my tools
Oh,
or
whoa.
toys or whatever.
Don't do anything we wouldn't
What, you mean
do.
your sticks they use to pick clocks?
Come
Right,
from
and
you.
hey,
Like, yeah, I'm gonna go home with him. He's
Malarkey.
checking out.
no worries, man. Flirtation's okay when you're married,
Right on.
right?
Right.
Whatever.
Alright, well,
You
He
heard the
hasn't
man.
gotten laid in a few years.
you guys have fun. He turns around, you see his back. This is the first time you've seen Pokey, like, undressed. You see his back, you see just, like, big old scars down his back. He has, like, huge muscular shoulders, like, a lot of it looked like it was armor work, but you just kind of see, like, as he turns around his neck, there's a piece of one of his right ears just kind of, like, that has been torn off and wounded over, like, just, like, he's covered in, like, all these ancient scars.
How many nipples does he have?
2.
What?
But they're both on the right
Yeah,
side.
yeah. Sometimes male
The other
cats
two
have
get
multiple
cut off.
nipples. I was just
They
curious.
should have 6
Howdy.
to 8.
Yeah.
He's not a cat. He's a tabaxi.
Yeah, you know, whatever. I was just curious.
How many children do tabaxi birth at one time?
15.
Males, none.
I would say it's about the
Fair
same
enough.
humanoid. Any humanoid creature.
1 to 5.
It's about the same for me.
A litter.
Probably be
I think it's 1 to 8.
approximately 2 nipples.
They had a whole TV show about
Yeah.
that.
So we
Well, if you want to go to the library and research the lore
I
of
didn't watch it.
tabaxi, when you
Yeah,
get back
weird
to
to me.
town,
Triplets are rare.
Research
do that.
Don't need
nipples.
3 nipples.
Research nipples.
We're gonna go to the library to do some nipple research.
These are my research nipples. I wear
Just
them
ask
whenever I go to
Kevin.
the library.
Yeah, Kevin will know.
Kevin will know.
Alright,
Okay,
Kevin.
So,
Alright, so you
Who's
guys
Kevin?
heading out to
North south.
north south?
Apparently he's mine when we get back. You
Yes.
offered it to
You
me. I'll do what I
can't
want.
You get
Yeah,
your own.
He's an
He's
excellent
already
cook,
servant.
and he's
And
so
the top,
I'm
good.
leading the way.
He
You can
doesn't
yell at him,
I'm
you can
also-
identify a
It's
diamond.
fine. Like,
Oh.
Makes
Can I just
shitty
use
porridge
my
all day
eagle
long.
sight like whenever? Is
Yeah,
that
it's
just
fake.
like a
Yeah,
thing I
it's
have?
permanent. Yeah, you just have good
It doesn't
eyesight.
have any
Let's-
sort
To
of
be fair,
stipulation,
only
like once
2
every
of the
dawn.
3
It's
rings
one
were
of her level
It's
up
just
things.
yeah, it's my level up
No,
for my totem.
she says dope eyesight.
Oh,
It's a totem level up. Yeah.
Alright.
So
It's
you
just
got the eagle eyes.
Yeah, do you see
Eagle
the
eye.
swamp?
Eagle
Oh.
eye.
So, look
so
to
I'm
the
gonna
north
use
south.
my eagle sight to see as far in front of me as I can.
Okay, so we're
Which
going
way are you
upstairs.
facing?
Alright.
We're
To
looking
see if
to
I
the
see a
right.
you're
swamp.
going down the stairs. As you go down to the stairs,
What's up?
and you look to your right, you see the waterfall sort of cascading down the stairs. That previously where there was just some sort of gutter. It's splashing out over the sides. If you look back, you see like the water coming from the pools just spilling out over the sides in these large waterfalls. And you start to see like some vine growth up around the pillars. It's happening unnaturally fast as the moon swings back over to the left. You start to see like little buds of things grow as like flowers and fruits start to take hold along the pillars.
Hell yeah.
You also
Ian
notice
would be so
Heroes.
happy.
you also notice a gazelle sort of on the edge, near the edge of the pool, is holding what looks like a human hand and what looks like some sort of like peeler, and they're just kind of like peeling skin off into the edge of the
Oh man, that's good skin.
And
Gotta take the skin off. Meat.
It's like
You
a
guys-
potato.
you guys go down the stairs to right. Use your eagle eye.
Dirty.
It's a pretty thick
Skin's the
forest.
best part, like a potato.
But what
Vitamins.
you can see out beyond the canopy, you do see the moonlight hitting through the forest,
She's your own.
and the horizon seems to meet your eye, just as it did when
Potato
you were at the
boys.
top of the cliff.
So not a whole lot.
No, you see a forest full of the same sort of lights, like pixies. You see like
What about the other way? You see anything over there?
Behind us? Or not behind us, but
To the
just
left.
to the okay. So I look to the left. What do I see? Just more forest.
yeah.
Alright,
pretty
so
much the
guys,
same.
I think if we kind of focus
Oh, because I'm looking for
On
swamp. So if I
getting-
look to the right, the left, and in front of me.
to the hag
Well, he
swamp.
said to go to the right,
Yeah.
so I guess
But
we'll
he
go
also
that way.
said go to the south-north end.
Yeah, but that's nonsense, so we can't
North,
do
south, or
that.
south?
So is going to the right of the
Uh,
whole thing?
Sure.
Yeah, I guess, whatever you know.
I would say, could someone in the party, for their knowledge, because it might be better that they do it, roll to try and interpret what this direction was.
North south?
I might.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can definitely.
Survival or nature or something
Might
maybe.
be you, baby.
That sounds rangery.
Yeah,
You would roll probably a straight wisdom check.
Roll Aragorn.
The problem is none of you have been in the Feywild before,
I'll roll.
so
For fun.
I don't know if you'd get much out of it.
It's a creature of chaos.
6.
Is that a -1?
Let's go north south.
Alright,
Of course,
More
it's
he
minus
gets
1.
it.
What, straight wisdom?
Promise.
Yeah, do you?
It leads.
Do you have proficiency in wisdom?
You want a
No,
GPS?
no, you,
I got your
do you have
GPS.
proficiency in wisdom?
Yeah, I have
Save throws.
proficiency in wisdom.
Oh yeah.
I
but
don't
otherwise,
have
no,
saving
there's no
throws.
proficiency.
A ranger's primary casting stats,
What
so
is it?
maybe it's
Stuff.
not bad.
I have like, well,
You're
dex
so
and wisdom, so it's like
fearless.
animal handling
so
and insight.
wary.
Insight?
So that is one of your
You're a
primary
rebel. No, it
ones.
would be-
that
No,
you have.
it's just wisdom.
Which is-
Wisdom
I'm-
stat as a whole.
that's
It's
my
like
whole-
No, I know, I'm just trying to.
Your wisdom to
spend it.
determine exactly what you might mean by taking a right and going north south.
no.
Propose it to the group. It's an 8.
Alright.
Where are we going?
You guys heading
We're
right?
going to the right.
I don't know how to do these.
There we go.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, we're gonna go closer to the tiger one.
Oh, I
Alright,
have-
so
oh wait,
as-
I do have wisdom. Some wisdom, not a lot. I'm not proficient in
As you guys trudge through
But,
the
like-
forest,
survival and perception.
you walk by all kinds of things. There's sort of plants that
So should I roll?
seem to be on a very short life cycle that like bloom and die right as you walk by them.
Can I,
Neat. There are a few.
This place is
There are a
weird.
few mushroom circles that you pass by and you see
Cute.
fairies kind of going about their fairy business, either lounging about or
Well,
playing their
the
tiny
safe one will go in
instruments.
its mouth.
Can I speak to one, see if it understands common?
Speak to one of the
Fairies.
fairy little things. Yeah.
Excuse me, fine little creature. Would you mind,
Maybe
if you
your
understand what I'm
balls will
saying,
go
would you
like
mind
that.
helping us out with some
Girls don't
directions?
like it when you call them fine little creatures.
When you go over to the mushroom circle, and a few of the lights blip out completely, and you don't see anything.
Tinkerbell.
There's 2 or 3 left, and 2 of them sort of float over near each other, and one of them kind of floats up to your face. And you hear like teeny little like whisper sounds, like it's basically saying like, "Where are you trying to find?"
We were given directions to find a hag. We were told to go north-south. We're new to these areas. We don't know what that means in the Feywild.
It's
Yeah,
the
we're
opposite
trying to
direction,
find a hag in a
east-west.
swamp.
Follow
So we should go east-west.
follow the moon as it swings to the left. Come with me, I'll show you.
Can I roll insight and see
Yeah.
if she's being sincere with us? 14.
She seems to be sincere.
Sure.
Alright guys, we're following the ferry.
Alright.
Follow
What's your
the
name?
fairy.
Is there some way I should address you?
Idea.
Idea? Nice to meet you, Idea. Thanks for helping us out.
Of course,
What a
nice
good
to meet you.
idea.
Good idea.
As you guys start walking through the rest of the sort of jungle forestish area, it starts to give way to more and more of a clearing area. Like, it seems to be getting a little bit damper, a little bit darker. As Idea is up in front of you, there are several other like blips of light following behind you. And as you step out into sort of like a clearing area, it's a lot more wet. It seems to be a little bit darker.
It's Martian.
Like a swamp?
And you guys, your feet are sinking in like almost knee level. Each step that you're taking forward seems to be getting more and more difficult.
Gross.
But you keep moving on ahead. It's difficult terrain. Your movement speed is halved. And who's in the front and who's in the back? How's this line going?
In the front.
I'm always really.
Well, Raw led. I know that.
I did
Okay,
Raw
I'll
was
be,
leading.
I'll be behind, bruh.
I'll stick to the middle of the pack.
I'll be behind him.
Then me, then Bald. Bald, you last.
Bald Bald's in last because he's slow as fuck.
I am slow.
that
slow.
would make sense anyways.
Alright.
It's slow.
25.
His little choke
How'd you
legs.
guys have this going?
Like that.
Like this?
Like that.
Boom.
The girl. Oh,
No.
it's
You
you.
left the girl.
She's getting turned into like snacks. She's a little chicken nugget.
Alright, so I'm gonna use my sights more
Use them sights. That sight.
to see
Use
in front
that
of
scope.
us and around us.
Cast light on her eye.
That's like Foghorn, yeah.
Through the thick,
Got a very own lighthouse.
you see the horizon in the distance through the thick of the woods. The trees look slightly less healthy. All around, you see more of these lights gathering around all of you. And just forest everywhere. As you turn your head, it's almost as if like the horizon itself is moving with you in the distance.
But like,
As if it's
but
placing
like in
itself.
front of us is just looks like forest.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't look like a swamp or
If
something.
we're in the forest, for real, difficult terrain does not slow our travel.
This is the Feywild.
What level are we? Are we level 6 or 7?
6.
6.
Okay.
Baldric,
God damn it.
Make a.
We're like, Bold, you're in back, right?
you kind of feel like these, as you're trudging through, you feel like these little zaps
Here we go.
at your back.
To his robe.
And you start to think about the moment that the person who adopted you unofficially kind of left you in the woods on your own, you being all confused and not really sure where he's going. The memory is kind of like, starts to drain you a little bit, and
He doesn't know.
you take,
Well, he knows
The
that.
swamps of
You take
sadness, you
8
guys, it
shock
is the never-ending
damage.
story.
Shock damage?
yeah,
Was that? No, never mind.
was it what?
An attack?
Yes.
Would you like to tell me what just happened?
I'm not gonna do anything.
You're not
Did I
gonna do
take
anything.
shock damage?
Yeah. As the balls of light continue to surround you, and everyone else, you guys are about waist deep in mud now, all thinking of sort of the darkest.
Oh my god, it's totally fucking swamps of sadness.
I hope.
the
Good thing we
di-
didn't bring a horse.
You're all thinking sad thoughts that
Should have brought a
Sort of
horse.
Then we did
Sacrificed it to
yeah.
slow
slow you down a little
Can
bit.
I,
Yeah, place is
am I of mind to start playing an instrument or singing or anything?
You could.
I would like to start playing my instrument and singing and use counter charm. As an action, you can perform until the end of your next turn. During that time, you and any friendly creature within 30 feet that can hear you gain advantage on saving throws, on being frightened or charmed. On the off chance that that's what this is.
Okay. You just so
It's just something that to maybe lift the spirits because it seems as though we're getting negative thoughts. I don't know.
okay. And you're playing this as a song.
Yes.
Okay.
Bobby
Um,
McFerrin's Don't Worry, Be Happy.
As Bobby McFerrin's "Don't Worry" gets happy, it goes through your head, and you guys are humming along. You start to
over the
rise
rainbow,
up
maybe.
a little bit out of the swamp as you guys move, snap,
Here's the
and
little
sing.
song
You get back up to about ankle level, and the lights themselves sort of start to move away, almost in disgust, it seems, as they spread out and sort of circle around you. Up
Is
ahead
idea
of you,
still leading us?
Huh?
Is idea still leading us?
yes. Up ahead, I think he's far enough behind that it wouldn't. Yeah, he's back there in the middle. So, as you guys
I hear an alligator.
as you guys move out of this sort of marshy area and you get back up onto your, you get back up onto high ground.
More
you see,
solid footing.
you see
Plesiosaurus.
these trees that have no
Yes,
leaves on them.
plesiosaurus.
These two black trees with no leaves on them that are kind of like look like they're almost like intertwined with each other, hugging each other. Kind of start to open up as idea leads the way, and in front of you, you see this super lot. First off, you see, especially Sam, I mean, you've got your vision. You see in front of you this sort of bridge that is leading out into the swamp, which is this stagnant water. All around you, you smell like stale, putrid air, the same kind of air you get from stagnant water.
Lord.
There's a little bit of like bubble, but not necessarily any heat. As you guys approach this wooden bridge, you see in front of you this giant mouth with teeth hanging down from the top. Giant sharp teeth, larger than any creature you've ever seen coming up from the bottom. To your right, you see what looks like kind of like a wooden boathouse with a boat next to it, sort of sitting in the sludge of the swamp. And a little bit further down next to the mouth, you see this sort of platform on the other end. And there's this sort of black mist on the inside of these teeth that are dripping with a sort of black, swampy ooze that seems to be like crusted on, just like maybe slightly dripping, like evidence that it had maybe isn't solid, but definitely isn't liquid. You also see like these huge bundles of garlic hanging down from the front of the teeth. and just sort of sloppy red and black footprints like all around. The atmosphere around you changes, and
she's a fucking witch doctor.
Yep. See, I told you we gotta kill
Because
her.
that's the entryway to the house, right? It's not like an actual monster.
I think
Hey, bud.
it's just like an archway.
you
I'm
guys.
thinking I'm probably not gonna fuck this tag, but just throwing it out there.
You're
You're not getting
The scenery's not really doing it for me right now.
I am
It's not the proper ambiance.
warming up.
No, it's not really doing much for me, to be honest. Honestly, it's also kind of casting certain assumptions in my mind as to what this thing might look
I
like.
think that's very presumptuous of you to assume what she looked like just because you know her
Perhaps.
preference for exterior decor.
Her preference for exterior decor is
Giant teeth and garlic.
drippy giant teeth.
As you guys approach the last part of the wood, Idea sort of zips off to the side along and into the boathouse. And then Idea crosses over to the wooden platform and just kind of circles the sort of mound that's sitting over there. Are you guys still
I'd
moving
like to
forward?
call her over.
Okay.
Idea.
Idea floats your way.
What's going on? What'd you find? Where is it that you're trying to point us towards? The boathouse or the mound?
You hear the whispers again, like, well, you've arrived.
Is there anything that you'd like for assisting us? Is there anything I can do for you?
Oh, not right now.
Okay. Well, if there's something that you need help with or you'd like, please let me know. We appreciate your guidance here.
You'll know.
Whoa.
I figured.
Yeah.
Right, so let's go ahead and check out the boathouse or the mound.
We should really check on that mound, I think.
Yeah, that might be an issue later if we don't.
Check on the mound.
Check on the mound, and then, I don't know, if the mound is the gorilla kid, then we just burn the house down.
Gorilla the kid.
Problems.
Alright, so we trek over to the mound.
Alright.
Yeah, are we on this
As you
bridge?
guys step onto the wooden platform, it's slightly slick.
Withdrawal.
I'm gonna move careful then.
Okay. So if she was banished off the material plane, are we out of the Feywild now?
No, if
Nope.
she's banished out of the material plane, it means that she's not on the material plane. Neither are we. The Feywild's on the material plane. The Feywild material plane is like
Yeah, so I had a question about that in relation to the moon. How does that work?
One's over here, the other one's over there.
Yo.
the Feywild is like a hiccup of a reality.
That still has access to a view of the moon.
Well, it's
Well,
its moon.
it's because it's a reflection of
I think
our
there's
existence
a-
in our world, but like not really.
I think
It's like
there's
it's basically like a
But there
dream.
are like
Fucking go.
It's like a
there are like
dream.
12 different realms. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
So-
16.
there's a shitload of them.
yeah. It actually depends on what
I was
D&D
just
you're
looking at
playing.
these.
Yeah, so this is the realms and how they break down into all the other things.
Like the Feywild is legitimately like a dream in the sense that like
Sorry, the fairies.
everything is somewhat based on your like your
Uh-huh.
subconscious of like knowings of reality, but like tweaked. So like legitimately we could just whatever. Oh god, we can fly now.
We go hang out in the 9 hells? That sounds fun.
I mean, at one point we probably
Your
are
ashes.
Yeah. Listen, he'll wave at you whenever you show up.
and I'm gonna wave back.
I'll be happy to see Boss again, probably.
Yeah.
Alright, so how are you guys configured in here? I imagine Ra, you're still in the lead. And you guys are checking out the boathouse or the...
The mound.
The mound.
Cool.
The pile of bones, apparently.
Ra,
The mount's
Ew.
the
just want to say,
penis thing
your
on the
form, your
side.
physique, top notch. Be on the lookout.
Ew.
You're taking the lead. I believe in you.
So Travis, I was like,
Your
it was
physique
like,
is
what is
top
that?
notch.
Inspiration, baby.
Fresh out the shower wiener over there.
Got 10 minutes to use that, Ad. Whatever the fuck you want.
10
All
minutes.
10 minutes, yep. 10 minutes to use it.
Um,
D8,
As
add
you guys-
whatever roll you want.
as you guys come over to the mound, you see this mound of flesh and bones and skulls just like rotting. There's flies surrounding it. Just
Oh.
like human parts,
Hey,
other
well,
human
close
weight
up.
items Like,
Oh,
well,
you
like
can make shit
some of
smell
them,
better.
You
some
have
of them
a
having
billy
evidence
cloak.
of being a tiefling soul. Some of them have sort of like a.
Pull a little scarf over my face,
Yeah.
cast lavender on it, a lavender smell with prestidigitation, so everything smells better.
Yeah,
Is
you
that a
can just
thing?
make that whole fucking town smell better.
Yeah, kind of like when you're standing in a pile of shit. It helps a little bit, but at the same time,
It just
Then
smells
you
like
cast Conjure
lavender.
Flame and
You
kind of
still
wave
kind
a
of
little bit.
smell. you're what?
Cast Conjure Flame and wave a little bit, like a match.
Yeah, well, it's not shit. It is rotting pieces of flesh,
Yeah,
of
it's
course,
messy.
and
Yes.
bone.
Can I light the pile on fire?
And as you guys, huh?
Can I light the pile
Oh
on
my
fire?
god.
Oh yeah,
You-
yeah.
you
The,
could-
I'm gonna.
rendered fat is really
You try,
flammable.
is what I meant to say.
Are you really gonna?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Use a spell slot?
No, let's just produce flame. I can light fires.
I don't think produce flame actually lights anything on fire.
I mean,
If it's flammable.
yeah.
This is also
It
wet,
burns
wet,
anything that's not me or my equipment.
is wet decaying flesh, so it might not be that
Specifically.
flammable.
Flickering flame appears in your hand, harming neither you nor
There's a
your
lot of
equipment. Sheds light.
Methane and
Ranged
glycerin
spell attack
and-
does 1d8 fire damage.
You want some lantern oil?
So it's
yeah,
fire.
exactly.
So it does fire damage to. Sorry, wait. It's a cantrip.
It's a
Yeah,
cantrip.
there is also legitimately, I will say with most fire spells, it will actually say whether or not it lights things on fire. Because, so, yeah, if it says it lights things on fire.
Well,
So at this point,
I
I would
have
like
a tinder
to, if I
box.
can, just kind of like ready myself for anything that might
That's it.
happen.
Okay.
I'd like to just be in.
I assume we're sticking with this theme where these little dice guys are the
Or
things flying
lights.
around.
Yeah.
They're not
the
just
little,
there.
Yeah, they're the pale balls of light.
Gotcha.
I'm not a fan of standing around
Produce
stinky dead things, so
It
we
seems
should
like-
maybe check out what we need to check out here and keep moving.
Yeah.
So
Like
produce
what?
flame, just.
Like we should just go
Flame
to.
appears in your hand.
Door?
Flame remains there for the duration. Harms neither
Because
you
that's
nor
what
your
I'm thinking.
equipment. The flame sheds bright light in 10-foot radius. Yada yada yada. You can dismiss it as an action or cast it again. You can also attack with the flame, although doing so ends the spell. When you cast a spell or as an action on a later turn, you can hurl the flame at a creature within 30 feet of you. Make the ranged spell attack. When it hits, the target takes 1d8 fire damage. The spell's
So
damage
it's fire.
increases. Yada 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 yada. It doesn't say anything about not lighting things on fire or lighting things on
Well,
fire.
yeah, if it
think
does
that would
fire
be a you
damage,
rule.
fire damage would be.
But it does
set
fire
stuff on
damage,
fire.
and specifically denotes that it does not harm me or my equipment,
Okay.
I mean,
which
it
I would
could-
take
it-
as being able to light things
Unless
on
you
fire.
did
It would,
that to
it would
yourself.
presumably burn things. It
Go
might-
ahead and roll damage then.
Yeah, it would presumably burn things, but there are like fire spells that specifically.
It's probably
denote
you
this
got
light
like the
stuff on
5th
fire.
level version of it. Yeah.
That's 11.
11 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it might
Did
be
anything
that fucking
happen?
flesh.
Yeah. So as
Golem.
as the flame leaves your hand and hits this pile of bones,
Bone
it
daddy.
starts to rattle and shake, and it all comes together in a cohesive form. It rises up, and
Yep.
you see some of the bones, like sort of the claws and some of the horns, like stick out. It
Can I
forms,
blast
looms
it
over
real
you in
good,
this
too?
large form. It takes up
I
a
wonder what thicker
think
he's
they're
gonna
ready
use.
for
massive amount of
So when I
flesh and
attack,
bone,
I can
just kind of like
use them.
looming over you. Then its arms come to
Yeah.
its side as it stands over you with a
D20.
blank look on its face, and takes no action
for
against
damage
you.
for any
Just
D20.
stands
So
there.
if you roll poorly on a D20,
I'm on wave.
then you can use that block.
Sorry, I didn't realize that you were a
Or
thing.
if you
It has no
if
reaction to
someone
your
is like doing something here, and you gotta make a
Baldric,
ability
you
save,
wave.
like
I'm gonna
Constitution,
wave.
Strength, Dexterity, Wisdom,
reaction.
whatever. That's
Alright,
Damn.
let's
pretty
just
good.
leave this bad boy right here.
The flesh golem?
The flesh golem is just chilling.
Mm.
Bone golem?
Yeah, is it? It
Flesh
does.
daddy.
It
It's a
smells.
flesh daddy.
I
Yeah,
feel that bad boy.
It's that.
I scoot
Alright.
back.
Okay.
How about we go towards the
It's so
house
cute.
instead?
Hello.
We walk away. We leave it.
Okay.
Mark, you looks like
Oh.
you made a friend there. What's his name?
It can't be good. You should probably kill it.
Kill it?
I don't know if kill it is the right word.
Alright, do you guys think I should-
Since it's just an animated
Scooting
pile
back
of
to Wyless.
Do you guys want me
necromantic
to-
magic.
Do you guys want me to attack it?
I wouldn't do anything to it
Alright,
right
just
now.
leave it alone.
No,
for now.
put me beside her, not behind her. I wouldn't want to be all the way in the back. Though honestly, being a bard, I am in much better physical shape than I was as a fucking wizard.
You actually
I'm
have some
thankful for it.
constitution?
I have more constitution. I have more health. My strength is still shit, but whatever.
Well, we have a book for that.
Oh, I don't need it. Give it to her.
As you guys kind of back up in the moonlight, you notice your shadows from the moonlight detach from you and run off of the wood and back into the forest.
Yeah, that's not good.
My
Neat.
shadows ran away?
Our shadows
Yeah.
ran
Shadows
away.
ran away.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna walk over towards this boat.
Unnatural.
All right, you walk over to the boathouse, and you see another.
Who
You
checked
see
the boathouse?
among
Yeah,
other
or
wreckage
whatever.
pieces of woods that are covered in pieces of wood that are planks that are covered in the sort of blackness of the swamp, and like you walk in, and the smell of putrefaction is twice as bad as it was outside.
Hell yeah.
Almost to the point where you're about to vomit, and you see another pile of flesh and bones standing there.
Standing there.
Yeah.
Well.
He's already awake. The
That's
whole
the
thing's
Bone
awake.
Daddy's house.
Well, this is awkward.
Marky, the mood is definitely soured for me, man. This
Oh,
isn't
I
really,
mean-
it's not really doing it for
So
me.
probably the witch lady
It's
is
alright, we're doing
controlling
fine.
these flesh
No, I
golem
mean,
guys.
for
So like
potential-
maybe
Oh, for the
We
love
should
I'm
magic.
just,
talking,
like-
yes, I'm talking about like the arousal.
Maybe
is
we should
definitely,
go
I'm pretty
forward.
fucking
Yeah,
soft
these
over
fleshy
here.
piles have made me pretty limp as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty flaccid over here, man. It's not really doing anything
I
for me.
think we have to go in
It's not my fetish.
the teeth hole.
I agree. I would like to start walking towards the teeth hole.
The teeth hole.
Yeah, it looks like an opening. It looks
Yeah, I'm
like
gonna
it
get
looks
the
like
fuck
I like how the teeth hole has now
These
become
things-
the
These
more
things aren't like
reasonable
approaching us. They're
direction
just
to
hanging
go.
out, right, Travis?
Ye-
What's that?
You said
They're
they're
not
just hanging
moving.
out. They're not
They're
moving.
standing there completely still.
Just
That's super creepy.
standing sentry.
Alright.
Hey. Is there any chance that as a cleric you know dispel magic?
Oh yeah, I know all of it.
Okay.
It's
I'm
not ready though.
I'm not. Okay, well then never mind.
It's still cooking.
Future notice might be useful to have that.
Yeah, we used to have a guy for that.
Please.
No, I'll say above table. Ash didn't have dispel magic because he knew that you could have it,
Yeah,
and had requested that in the past.
yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah. On the table, just so you know, cleric, it's a pretty useful thing to have ready, because I know some of these things can maybe be killed by that. You know, knowledge for a future day.
Just
We
gonna
should,
dispel golems.
Yeah.
some of them.
Is
This
anybody
might not be the
going with
case.
me
Some of
while
them,
we go?
if they're held together by magic, it can be dispelled. But that might not be the case here. But I haven't rolled to know. So.
This is all swamp shit out here, right?
Bayou
Yeah.
tap.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, so what you see in front of you, yeah, it's just sort of a black bubbling.
That black
blue
boiling water's
rain.
got some gators
So
in
are
it.
you guys gonna come?
Maybe
You
oil.
do see like small little patches out there
Classic
with
confetti.
these red ferns that kind of like are growing out that almost look like a fish skeleton.
There any
Like a
hovercrafts
fish
nearby?
skeleton.
Are they like
Plants
under
that look
the,
like a fish skeleton?
the beast umbrella?
No, they're out like when you look out at the dock and you look at the
No.
swamp and you see the horizon, you see
In
these little patches, these little mounds.
Like
of
these things
blackish,
out here?
greenish dirt. Yeah.
I the penis. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
Penis?
about the
Just like you. Penis.
flesh golems.
It's like
The flesh golems?
Are they a beast?
They are.
And
I think an
a-
abomination, maybe. Can't remember.
They are a construct.
Construct. That's what it
Construct.
is. It's a fucking golem. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just checking.
Fleshy.
Okay, so does anybody else agree that we?
So,
I
Are we-
might have known a little more about
Hey.
them, but I don't.
I don't
know.
like being around him. We need to do this.
Yeah,
I
let's
presume.
go in the fucking.
I want to
hole.
move forward, you guys. Let's go this
does
way.
anyone know anything about
Yeah.
golems?
I can make a roll,
No.
but
That's like what
Listen,
I was trying to do.
Like,
I've
are they
sung
just
about
gonna
them, but
stay-
I've never seen them before.
I've
So
never seen this
Now you
shit
have
in my
so
life.
much more
How do they act in your songs? Do they?
it depends. Honestly, some of them are kind of saucy. Some of them are like sexy golems. You know, it's kind of it's kind
Got
of
you like build your own bride sort of thing.
I mean, it's more of a
real doll situation.
end of the night. It's more of an end of the night kind of song that gets people kind of riled up to do weird shit. So like that's definitely
Orgy
not the kind of thing
time.
we're doing here.
Golem orgy.
I mean,
The boob golem.
you sing it anyway.
You know what? Maybe.
Might be worth it. I don't just
Might
say.
pull my mind out of this.
We
moment.
don't know.
Would,
That's not what
a
these golems
history
are for.
check, would that be good?
I mean, not for me.
For like
maybe the
knowledge
hag.
about
Yeah,
golems.
I'll be
That's
honest,
the
they're
other
also
provisions.
fairly
I
large.
do.
So I mean,
Go ahead.
maybe she's
Yeah,
into that.
but that's what she needs.
So
She's a
much,
size
Mariah.
queen. That's the thing with her.
15.
I thought that you had like a tiny I
I
looked
can
over,
see
I was
it.
like, wait, what the fuck?
I can see it. Just sitting there like.
So like, if I know anything about golems,
A withered
It's
arm.
almost the same color. Oh my god.
You know a little bit about golems.
what do I know about
You
golems?
know that they are
Oh my
an
god.
elemental spirit in
So
material
funny.
form. You
Not
know that
actually.
I
they
know, it's
don't
hard
need
not
they
to.
don't need air, food, drink, or sleep.
When conjuring
And you know
elements.
that they only answer to those that have created them.
Clasp my
Yeah.
own hands.
So,
So it is created by
charmed person's probably not going to cut it.
Yeah, no, not on the golems, no.
They
So
also
let's-
you also
like
know
The
that they
Walking
only
Dead,
speak the
just put
language
them
of their
on
master.
Oh,
This.
okay.
We don't know the
Wait, these
master
things can
yet.
speak?
Well, they only understand, like, they're,
They're bone daddies.
basically they're
Bone
elementals
babies.
that are bound to, in this case, a big pile of meat and fucking bones
And fucking bones.
that's controlled by
There's a hole in its butt.
The
I wonder
person
what
that-
for.
Here, Baldric, gaze.
Gaze
Yep.
upon the butthole.
Yep, it's terrifying.
There's butthole and
I
Yep,
ass.
it's what I thought.
I would like to just say hello in Abyssal, Infernal, and Elvish to see if it responds to any of those.
It doesn't.
It
I would like to
won't.
say hello in common.
Yeah, they will only respond to the person that made
No
them.
reaction.
They're basically robot death
Cool.
machine.
Hey,
Can
robot
I
sons
peer
of
into
it.
its mind?
Hey, let's go ahead and move in. I'm tired of smelling them. I'm
What's
tired
in
of
there?
looking at them.
Nothing.
What do you mean
Neat.
move in?
It's just
Like
Neat.
into
You
the-
see darkness.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my
Yes.
plan.
they're
like, it's not pleasant.
unthinking,
It's very
unfeeling.
When you do peer in its mind, though, you do kind of get this weird sensation that you get when you're either just waking up or just falling asleep.
Alright.
DMT.
So, we might want to move.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we should move
Well-
into this
The
mouth.
jaws?
Yes.
Yeah. I want to go in there. Get me the fuck away from
Yeah,
that.
what's
Death
with the cover?
house.
Well, we don't see it, except for I
You
can.
guys haven't gone inside, so
we could
um,
hack these things to pieces,
there's
and
sort of
they
like a
won't
black
even try and
mist
fight back.
that's covering the entrance.
So I got double
Can I
sight,
roll on that black mist?
so I have normal vision up to 120 feet even through magical darkness.
Normal vision?
Normal vision.
Okay.
Up to 120 feet in darkness
True.
or magical darkness.
Magical.
So you
Where
can
was
peer
that like a
inside?
week ago?
Yeah, well.
Okay.
Sore.
Well, I just threw it on when we
Oh, when you leveled up.
Oh.
Nice.
That was a good call.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not using this whole, like, eldritch sniping situation 300 foot at
Yeah.
all. 120 will suffice.
Look at this magical shit.
Dude, I want to live here.
I don't think we do.
Guys,
wanna
this
live
place
here.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that hag.
I think I see the hag.
It's like the
I'm gonna take a real
When you
close
look
look.
inside, you see
thing.
the same sort of
What is
mist
that one
cascading
from
around
Left 4
throughout the
Dead?
bottom. It's a green and purple and black
The one
mist
that
that's just
cries.
permeating the floor.
From
Middle
Left
It
4
looks
Dead.
like it's almost liquid.
Yes.
Like it's almost not in gaseous form anymore, as it just kind of like wafts around the bottom of the floor, almost like a fog machine that's way too heavy. You see shelves of items. You see sort of like skulls and like dolls hanging from things, like little pins and needles, like herbs that are dried up, black herbs hanging. You see shelves with different jars that have either beautiful or ugly things like body parts, and then another jar that has some sort of glittering, actually beautiful glow to it. some sealed metal boxes, books abound. The floor is just trashed with everything that you've seen. You've seen the same sort of accumulation sort of sitting across the floor, like peeking out of the fog.
Reminds me of Ash.
You see in the center, you see a cauldron that has a
Baby monkey.
you see a cauldron that has like smoke kind of coming up from it in different colors and different shapes and
Any
forms.
feet or hands sticking out of it?
Have we been seen yet? Has any? Have I been seen yet outside of these little columns?
Go they can't
Have
see
you been
it.
seen by?
Have I been seen by whatever this thing is? Or am I presume I'm not seeing any of this stuff. But
You're not. No, only Malarkey is.
before I go
Only
any
Malarkey?
further,
Your presence is known. I can
yeah.
tell you that.
Before we go
You
any
can see
further,
through
because I'm
magical
excited to
darkness.
use this. Water.
Yeah, what?
Come here for a second.
Yes.
She's right next to you.
Yeah, lean in close. I'm gonna do something for you, okay?
Guess I already got close to you anyway.
I'm gonna go ahead and boop. You're invisible.
Nice.
How do I know?
Well, you can't see yourself if you look. You're invisible. You're invisible for up to an hour. It's concentration.
I'm gonna go
What's on the dinner
poke. I am in disbelief. I'm totally gonna like poke
That's kind of behind
Baldric
a
on
bunch
the
of shit.
opposite
That's not
shoulder
what
that
that
I'm
is.
standing.
The spell
Yeah.
ends. The
What?
spell ends. I'm gonna let you know this.
What?
End game
Somebody
also,
just
but the
poked me.
spell ends as soon as you attack a target or
Where'd
cast a
Kyla
spell.
Oh. Okay.
But you're
It just the target casting any spell.
if you cast a spell or attack, you become
No
invisible.
trees here. We good?
But
But if
But-
you attack someone,
if you attack someone, it's still good. But it goes away also. But that means you can just run around in there and not be seen unless this person has true sight. It means also that if I give a signal to attack, you immediately assassinate something.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Moose, antlers.
Wyla, I know that you're competent. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's a good moose signal. I think
It is.
Yep. Whoa.
So you're invisible
Most
right now.
subtle animal
Yeah,
that
she's
ever
invisible.
existed.
She's invisible.
Oof.
Anything she's wearing or carrying is invisible. Lasts for an hour.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Lasts for an hour.
Sea
Maybe those
turtle
Gatorade
me.
bottle
Can you
tops.
carry me?
Status effect.
Yeah, we're nothing alike.
I don't think that counts, unfortunately.
Oh.
Eventually, I can cast greater
So
invisibility.
this
that-
is definitely
What happens if I pick
the
something
hag's
up?
den.
Like
Think she
then
might
it's
be a witch.
floating.
Like Beetlejuice.
I know, but I can't pick it.
You can put it in your
If you're
pocket.
carrying it, it becomes invisible.
Gotcha.
So if you pick up an
Harry
object,
Potter
it-
rules.
it-
There you
Yep, and you have.
It's your
medical
cloak of
men.
invisibility that fits
Yep.
one person.
yeah. So if you want
And
to
any object.
poke your head and maybe get a better vantage point.
Well, malarkey.
Anyways, yeah, I'll scoot up behind Banana and kind of be down to get the fuck out of this dock because I don't really like being around the dead things.
And I can't-
They smell
Yeah,
bad.
I am
This
all
is
set on
definitely
being
the hag's den. Pretty
Jim,
sure
you
she's
wanna
a
be on
witch.
character
She's got like
movement?
cauldrons and
And I
dicks
can't
and shit.
see. I can't see with my
Alright,
evil eye
who
because
moves
it's
where?
like magical.
I don't know how we're
Yeah,
gonna
there's
do
this.
sort
this.
of a magical mist.
Boninger's definitely off the
obscuring
table.
what
I agree.
I'm gonna
It's
be
right behind
invisible
It's
and
sort
I'm
of-
leaning on
It's
you.
sort of right
I'm gonna
about
tell
here.
you.
Who moved?
Just,
This
I
is-
feel
yeah,
this
who's
massive
moving?
weight on
Is
my shoulders.
Wyla up here now?
I think it's the hag.
Did you move forward?
The hag's invisible
Wyla?
now.
Wyla, did you
It's
move
fine.
The
forward?
hag is
Wyla's
putting all sorts of
invisible
weird
now.
weight on me.
Wyla, did you move forward?
You're making
Yeah,
my
I
shoulders
actually
heavy.
he was just telling you guys that he saw the hag and he doesn't know how we're gonna do this. And
She's
I
a
just
witch.
leaned on him
Okay,
and
Maybe
I'm
we burn
invisible
her.
and I just told him that I'm invisible.
Now, Baldric, do you think we could just light the place on fire and lock
Thank
her
you.
in?
Does it look
Behind Banana.
flammable? The building?
We
I
don't.
mean, it's a skull.
Like an actual skull,
So
right?
no.
Not just like
Yes.
kind of shaped.
We also
it's
No.
need to
bones.
figure out where
It's
Hammurabi
bones.
Jr.
Yeah,
okay.
It
Can
doesn't
I-
look super flammable, but
Before
I'm
I
willing
do
to try.
anything,
Don't
this is the
think these
entrance of her
bones are
lair.
gonna
I'd like
burn,
to roll
actually,
investigation
on
and see
second
if there are
thought.
any traps in the mouth of this.
While
of
she
her den.
investigates, I'm gonna use the bathroom before the action.
16 plus 9.
That's the best time to
25. Good.
Nice.
Before the
Yeah,
action.
you move up with your invisibility and you see sort of like down in the mystical fog, like every now and then it's like the fog that's like kind of moving up and down on the floor and rolls in waves. You see like a very thin like fishing line wire across that goes from one side of the jaw to the other, kind of like that. From here to here, kind of connected, hiding behind the teeth right there.
Okay, then I would like to cast a stone.
You'd like to cast what?
If you cast something, you're gonna lose it.
It's a. What about a cantrip?
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Any magic.
Any spell or action breaks it.
If you need to prestidigitize,
Okay,
talk to our bard.
You can
You can
disarm
walk back
traps.
to it.
I'm gonna. Yeah,
You
I'm
can-
realizing
you could-
my.
I was about to say you were about to do this to me, and I can't see you.
I no, I'm walking. This is me going backwards. Okay, I'm gonna touch your arm
Spends
so
an
you
hour
know that
doing
I'm
this
next
shit.
to you. And I'm gonna say, I need you to cast a faint light. There's a tripwire in the entrance of this cave.
I can inspire you if you want to try and snap the wire. It's not going to break your invisibility.
And it's not gonna set off an alarm?
If you disarm it,
Yeah,
like
if you
that's
disarm
something
the
I can
trap.
inspire you to be more competent. I can speak very more pretty words.
Okay.
Very pretty good word.
Yeah, they
Much
good,
good.
much
Much
useful
good.
benefits. Yay.
Yay. Alright, sweet. Sounds good. Hook it up! I'm gonna
What
try
do
and
you guys
disable this
think
thing
that
in
wire
case anything
does?
goes.
Yeah.
Ooh, the maws. I don't want it to
Why
maw.
not? I
Yeah,
have full
terrible
faith
bear
in your
trap.
competence here. You can go and figure out what this wire does.
Go
and do
forth and
great
be
things.
inspired.
Yeah, you're someone of your talent can surely fix whatever this dumb hag does. There you go. Merry Christmas. I rolled.
I'm gonna tap you.
Yeah.
Guidance.
D4, D8. The guidance gives a D4, and inspiration gives a D8. So
What are you doing trying to disarm the trap?
I am going to attempt to disarm that. Yep, trap this.
Alright.
Disarm. I'm assuming
Roll the D.
I mean it's an 8, but also
Sleight of hand?
8 plus 11?
Question mark?
8 plus 11?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
I
like-
put
you're
that,
gonna,
that's
you're-
my new
also,
expertise.
I mean, roll your
Disarming the
guidance
trap.
just in case it's like
Yeah.
a DC 20 or something. You can keep the inspiration for up to 10 minutes, but the guidance burns out in a minute or something. So and you have to concentrate on it. So you might as well just burn it now.
True.
So 22.
22?
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, so you follow the string back to its counterpart on the other side, on the right side,
Gingerly.
my right. Facing this way, right. You go over to the right side, and you see that the mechanism is actually just like a simple weighted system, and you follow the string up. As you look up at the very top of the teeth, you see along the strings is like sort of almost like string legs, but it's like small little bottles containing these black vials of things. And you take the weight out from inside the mechanism, and you tie it around the tooth so that the wire itself on the bottom has no effect whether it snaps or not. You go to the other side, you take a little dummy weight out, and you also tie that one around the tooth on the other side.
Oh yeah.
Just so no one
Invisibility.
trips and eats shit.
Oh well, you. I think you separate the rope.
Yeah, you
off
cut
to
them
the
and
middle.
tied them. So
I
it's
did.
Yeah,
cut
you
them and
basically
tie them. Okay, the
remove all the
is-
middle bits, and the only things that are active are. Yeah, so you're good. I think we're good. Awesome.
No eating shit. That
Team
is
asshole. New team asshole. Working together.
Team
Yeah.
sneaky asshole.
Alright, you guys heading inside?
Yeah.
Team cantrip.
I am getting
I'm ready.
revolted by the existence of these things and their smell, so I'm
I'm
absolutely
gonna
inside.
push ahead and I wanna.
You still need to stealth, but you probably got like a crazy bonus. for this.
Yeah.
I think you got like a 15 or 20 bonus. for
Wait,
this
what did
movie.
he say that was? I cannot tell by looking at it.
The racks.
It's a rack. Oh, is that a drying rack? What's directly to my left if I got closer?
Yeah, that's a drying rack.
Hmm.
It's got a mixture of,
That.
of animal, humanoid parts, plants, things that you don't even
Any
recognize.
great apes?
I'm gonna stealth. I'm gonna stealth as much as I can. I want to be behind the dining room table and mostly around this area.
If you see anything cool, steal it.
The sound of the metal, godly dice dropping.
appropriate.
Mm,
Just go.
I've been sea turtle.
breathing my breath weapon on the way.
Yeah. So you go over where? Right about there.
I kind of want to be like.
To your right, you see a table with various actually kind of good-looking foods on it. Some of them half-eaten.
Ew.
Little pieces of what looks like various animal parts. Some of it gnawed off. A half-eaten bowl of soup with some sort of ladle sticking out of it. To your left, you see
Yeah.
this tiny little area that almost seems like a microcosm of the rest of the room that you're standing in. And you see, with the exception of some that are sitting down, you see these small little creatures kind of zipping about, back and forth, going about things.
On this.
Yeah, on that bench right there.
Like a little miniature of the room?
It is! Holy shit, now that I'm actually looking at it.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I just want to go a little bit further and check this thing out too.
Yeah, that looks like a small bedroom of sorts. Yeah. And again, you see some fast movement around down there, but nothing you recognize from what you've seen. You do see
Fucking strange.
the only one that you've seen that hasn't been moving is in the seat over here. Okay. Yeah, the only one you haven't seen is the one that's over here.
Only.
Or the only one that you haven't seen zipping around is kind of sitting over here.
Just
like
I see things.
Looks like a small blue, almost doll. It almost looks like a doll, but it's like humanoid.
Alright, I'm just gonna go in.
Just gonna walk in.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah, I've kind of gone in a little bit. I'm getting
Yeah.
sick of being
I'm just
outside.
walking in.
Alright.
I'm about to be like,
Yeah. It's too much
As
for
you-
me. It's too
As you
much.
walk in,
Yay!
you see this. You see
Ron,
this.
go ahead and step in front of me, Ron.
You see this humanoid creature. She's kind of got like small horns coming back and this long black hair coming down over her shoulders to her bust. This necklace that's full of like herbs and like sort of barbs hanging around it. She's got piercing green eyes and almost like cat-like slits for pupils.
sick.
She's got humongous palms. Even though her arms are regular size, humongous palms with like long blackish nails kind of sticking out.
Hand jobs.
Sort of gangly arms. You see like you see a belt
Hand
that has
brushes.
various like skulls of varying sizes from humanoid to smaller, kind of dangling
So
down.
back in the
almost as
game now?
decoration.
How attractive is she? Scale 1 to 10.
Do you like gilfs?
What's that?
Do you like
Grandmothers.
gilfs?
No. No.
So one.
Then
No.
I guess on your scale, yeah,
Low.
one.
Low. I'm just
Um,
curious.
She's actually quite off-putting.
Dried
Her
up.
skin is
You don't
really.
say.
No, I'm proficient with disguise, kids. What
Her
if I
skin
make
is
her
very
look like
leathery.
really young?
It's very purple, and she's kind of, as you step in, she looks up at you for a second, but she's concentrating. She's sort of moving between a cauldron and the book that she's flipping through. And
Like green. Blue, green.
yeah,
I'm
she's
just gonna,
moving. She's moving between like a pulpit and a bookshelf and the cauldron.
I'm
and
gonna
just
head
kinda, like,
over there. I'm
concentrating on what
not
she's doing.
gonna like. I don't want to get in her way necessarily, but I do want to talk to her.
Can you remember we're looking for Hammurabi Jr. or whatever his name is?
As you
Herambe
come over,
Jr.
she kind of like inspects you. She kind of like walks over,
Around
checking you
there.
out.
Oh, creepy!
Oh,
She,
Harambe
like,
Jr.
Comes over, like
Remember.
picks up your arm, starts like smelling your armpit, touching your
Yes.
sweat.
I wasn't ready
You
for
feel
that.
her like claws kind of down your skin.
Okay.
She's like looking
I'm
at
just
you.
be like, hey,
Personal space.
She goes back and she
what is
picks
your
up this
name?
jar that has
Don't you
kind of scales
understand?
around on the outside.
Oh, nice.
Goes
Yeah.
around on the inside.
I'm gonna be like,
kinda like looking back at
hey, I'm a dragonborn. You like it? Ten.
Does
Oh,
this
your
put your
scale?
engine?
I don't
No,
know.
no, no. It's other scales. It's not her scales.
She kind of goes back and like stands like squatting over her cauldron, kind of
take
looking
the
over the
scale
I'm
off.
gonna
smoke,
be
like
like,
right
hey,
at
what you got going on here? What's happening?
I'm gonna walk over to her and offer her one of Banana's scales.
Yeah, you have one.
God, no, don't give me my
Why thank
She takes it, looks over at you, and drops in her cauldron.
Oh, sick.
And then up comes like this, this sort of copper, bronzish sort of wings kind of puff up
Brass.
in a smoke. No, not brass. Copper, bronzish. Wings kind of puff up in smoke.
Okay.
And she kind of looks back at you, her eyes kind of darting around between you and
We
Larky.
should scoot up.
Hey, we are here
Maybe that's not
looking
bad.
for
There you go. That
a
seems good.
gorilla.
Are these shelves?
A princely gorilla.
A prince gorilla.
Harambe Jr.
I guess he is the heir
She doesn't give a shit. I'm not still give a shit. Are these
Also, though, your place is like very interesting.
I don't like flattery.
Well, that I'm not trying to flatter you.
It's just a fact. It's very interesting.
I actually also
Live in
have
a
some
skull.
things.
Prepare to be complimented. Like,
Maybe we could do some trading.
Oh, she could just like whip out like
I
a
have
fucking
some-
wooden spoon.
I have
like,
some
here's
like
a lid.
weird cool stuff.
She kind of like walks over, like,
What do you have to offer?
I have some carry-on crawler teeth.
for what?
I don't know. You're the one with all the weird shit.
Wait, I thought we were
Jr.
trying to
Lit.
trade for
Harambe
Trying to
Jr.
trade for
Harambe Jr.
the gorilla.
You
just
do
kinda
have the
keeps,
gorilla,
like,
yeah?
giving you guys, like, these
Do you
sort of,
know
like,
what I'm
side
talking
hustles.
about? The gorilla?
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I have actually quite a few different kinds of teeth.
I got all sorts.
I have
Ooh, I have a
Whoa.
I have a
you have a demon lord too.
what? Wait,
you
what?
do.
Don't give her the demon.
I have a dragon liver.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
Want a dragon liver?
You should ready an attack action.
It's all yours.
Becomes hostile.
Oh,
She takes a dragon
Of
liver
that,
from you.
you'll
You say
attack
don't
first,
give it to
you'll
her?
be able to assassinate.
I
Kind
was-
of goes over to the back, grabs a piece of leather, like wraps it up, stabs
Ready
a
an
barb
attack
through it,
action.
pulling it all the way through,
And
like
Can I rummage
What's
ties it
through
up
things at
and
the
like
same time?
throws it on this
No,
giant
no.
meat
I mean,
hook
you can
that's
rummage
like right
through
over on the
things,
other
but-
side.
after she's dead.
Yeah, I'd say.
What
I'd
did,
say
Not
did
what
you
I'd have
give?
done.
ready
Did
an
you
attack
give her
action
something?
with the-
Yeah,
Yeah, give her a dragon liver.
Q to attack being that
You
you're
still have one of
I
those.
would
It's
be
like a
willing to
mumble.
trade.
First,
I
you'd
have
be able to
a
assassinate.
Old dragon liver.
I have a
Right.
minotaur head.
That's. how
I'd
you
like to
would do
trade
that.
for
Okay.
the gorilla.
I,
And then we've got some other things. If you're interested.
just in case, I'm just gonna ready to attack because I'm just kind of waiting on the bard just in case he makes a moose.
Or
moose
if she
action
becomes
at
hostile.
me. Yeah, sure, becomes
Or-
hostile.
Right now
Or-
she's just
I don't
kinda,
know what
yeah,
I'm-
you're getting ready and stuff, but she's right now she's just kind of like looking at around.
I think I
sizing up
have
the
it
situation.
Do you
It's in
have
the
anything
back.
else that might be interesting
I do have
going
it.
on here? Like, do you
Interest
have,
to you?
yeah, do you have anything that you think that we
Yeah.
might want?
Shaped kinda like a
that you would like to trade for?
Shaped like a gorilla. Who said that?
Vaguely gorilla shaped.
Nothing you would want.
No? What are you
Nothing
making?
gorilla shaped?
What we
Wait,
want.
I'm super confused. If we all have a bunch of things that we could offer you, would you be willing to trade these things?
She's already taken two.
She just took them then.
Yeah.
Well,
Just-
Marky's just
She was
giving
just like,
Hey,
Yeah,
look.
why are you?
I'm just gonna throw this out
Ah,
here.
She seems cool.
A group of singing weird animals requested that we come here to get the heir to the singing animal group's lordship. I don't know.
Have you seen Dr.
Uh,
Dolittle?
Apparently, they're under the impression that you have their heir, which is a gorilla, I presume. We didn't get his name. Don't know.
Had.
Had? Okay, that's good. That's information. We're happy to give you something for that information.
Yeah,
where
you want-
where would Little Harambe Jr. be?
If it's a gorilla you're seeking, it's gone.
Gone
Yes.
where?
To where?
Devoured.
Devoured? Okay.
By what?
For spells.
Just
so like
gone
in the
forever.
plot or like.
Okay. So, then the next question is, do you know of any way you could point us towards the Unseelie Court?
Yeah, in that case.
You made a big gorilla very unhappy. but it's weird. He's kind of into that, so
He likes to be
I think
sad.
he'll be all right.
Yeah, honestly, you're giving him a lot of material for his songwriting, so.
Would you all like to eat?
Sure.
Ooh.
Is it
That's a
gorilla?
big
I'm all
I
right.
think I'm good.
Oh right, we're not supposed to.
I'm all right. Appreciate
But-
the
This is
offer.
especially not a
Thank
place
you.
I'd like to eat.
I'm finishing up something special if you'd like to sit.
I'll be honest. You know, I've been considering going vegetarian.
That's
so
okay, but is
This
there
is a door over here.
is there something that we can
Yeah,
give
there's a
you?
door over there.
Is there something we can give you?
Is
for
it
your-
open?
It is cracked.
Can I peek in there?
You can.
I'm gonna peek in there.
You see the adjacent wall. And
Hooray!
Nice.
Creep doors, never as revealing as movies would lead you to believe.
yeah.
Turns out you have to actually
should
get your
I
head
offer-
around the door
should
to
I
see
offer
things.
a Minotaur home? Or like
I could bring the gorilla back
Oh, that'd be cool.
for a price.
Now, when you say bring the gorilla back, is it legitimately
what
bringing the gorilla
state?
back, or is it bringing back something gorilla-like back?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
'cause
sure.
I think
We've seen your golems out front, and
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
frankly,
listen,
that's not gonna cut
I'm
it
not
around
knocking the craftsmanship, but I do think that what this
It just
gorilla
said
wanted was
whole.
specifically his air back
who was
unaltered.
alive.
he just said whole, right?
Oh my god.
He just said
did
whole.
say whole.
He said whole. He didn't say alive.
Oh
He
my
said whole.
god.
You're really asking. I mean that.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't know that semantics is gonna work on him, but anyways, I mean, what's the status of a brought back Herambe Jr.? Like, what's he gonna be like?
Cognizant.
Without breaking eye contact from you, she kind of like skitters over in this weird like spidery movement back into the wall, turns and just pops open a box and grabs out this like big chunk of like fleshy fur, like brings it over near the cauldron and the portcullis. I mean not the portcullis, the pulpit. She comes over to the pulpit, goes flipping back through a book, shuts it, closes it, grabs it, pulls out another book, like flips it open, takes over to like this this ribbon book holder, flops it open, and there you see like all this weird writing. You see like symbols and magic. She plumps it down in front of the portcullis, and she grabs this other jar and throws it on the ground. It breaks, and this green gas kind of forms up from it, and the hairs start kind of growing out. And then you see like this sort of humanoid creature like coming out, and she starts doing some like sort of incantations. Her fingers going up, and this green smoke rising. You see this flesh like writhing, and sort of eyeball kind of like pops out, and it's like half screaming, just and its head just kind of like starts forming in the face. It's this small like baby gorilla skull like sort of come out with this orangish slime all over its face. And then you see like arms grow out of this little mound of flesh, and it kind of like pops up, its shoulders popping into place, and it's like looking around, looks up at her, and then just kind of like looks over at you guys. And
I'm
then
gonna wait.
Ew.
So is it a baby or is it a
Orange covered.
or is it like a lump? With
Like,
like
what you
big-
see
It looks
is like
it's.
it looks like
alive.
it looks like a small gorilla that kind of
It's-
came out of a placenta.
Hole.
It does look whole. Has all its parts.
Does it seem normal?
Well, let's roll it in. Let's,
Relative.
is he special?
Yeah.
Can we roll like in a?
Yeah, if
Insight?
anyone has proficiency, roll an insight check.
Yeah.
I really gotta
20.
get.
Not nat.
I don't have
Soft,
proficiency.
soft 20.
So 21.
What about So wisdom is 14, but I have to have
25.
proficiency.
Wow, you guys,
Ooh.
look at you.
Insight.
Anytime you're not
Wait,
in
do I have
combat,
to
you
have
roll great.
proficiency?
Right? And then it's all ones after that.
It seems like a
Proficiency.
small young gorilla
Insight,
to
yeah.
you. It's got sinewy arms and
It's
small
just
little
a
belly.
baby. It's still in the
Slightly
womb,
hunched
but on the
shoulders.
outside.
It's not a baby. It's like a youngling. Looks like the kind of gorillas you would see
Anakin,
like
yeah.
kissing off its parents.
Here,
Like,
yeah, I'm feeling
Alright,
this.
cool. I'm gonna try and. I'm just gonna ask the gorilla.
Are you a
Yes.
gorilla?
Is it?
What is your name?
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy and what does he
the
do?
gorilla kind of like goes around and crawls up like the back
Where
of the
does he
hag
work?
and just kind of like looks over her shoulder in the same manner that she's looking at you.
We're like,
Doesn't
that
really
doesn't
have an
seem
answer, but
natural.
it kind of has like a few like little gorilla grunts going on.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, what are your thoughts on the singing animal group? And what exactly did you,
Can you play him a song?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
well, I
thinking
mean,
the same
what's
thing.
going on between you and them? I'm just curious.
I don't have time for them.
Fair.
That makes sense.
I was,
How'd
Do
you,
you-
how did you get the gorilla?
Yeah, seems like a pretty hard thing
If you
to
don't have
steal
time
from
for
a
that.
giant gorilla. His baby.
I wouldn't try to steal a baby from a giant gorilla. It
Yeah,
seems like a
That's
bad
like
plan.
the
Been
first
around a
thing
long
they
time.
teach you
It's
about
not
giant
hard for me to come by the
gorillas.
things that I want.
That makes sense. Alright,
It's kind of like how
Do
Red
you-
gets
do
shit
you
into the
know
President
any way that we
Shawshank.
could
You just
get
don't really
to-
question it.
Yeah, it just does.
the unseelie court.
I wouldn't show my face there.
Yeah,
You wouldn't
Well,
show your
let us say
face
that
there,
they're-
but we're kind of interested in showing up there. We got some obligations. We lost our way, whatever. Would you happen to know how we could arrive there?
The path has become unclear to me since I was banned from this realm and the material plane.
Yeah. I
So
feel
you're
like-
banned from this realm too?
I feel like you were kind
How
of
are you here?
banned because the
Are we here?
No.
Are we here?
I mean, the gorillas are here,
Where are we?
so she could have only done that
You're in
here.
Feywild.
So she wouldn't have been banned here for that.
Nothing makes sense here.
Okay.
Alright.
So
Wait, so
what do
you're
you guys
banished
want
from
to
the
do?
material plane to the Feywild, and you're banished from the Feywild to the Feywild?
No, I don't think that's
No, that's not.
not what she is saying.
Yeah. Just banned to this place.
So
Not from. I don't.
You ask a lot of questions.
Thank you.
I don't appreciate it.
Sorry. You're just like
What would
really
you give me for the
interested.
gorilla?
I don't really know if I
well,
that
I mean,
gorilla. I
I
don't
mean,
know if it's
it would be easier for us to know what you're interested in receiving.
Raw's other eye.
oh my god.
Maybe one thing from each of you. Dragonborn? Perhaps some knowledge?
Nah, I'm not fucking around with that shit. I don't like that. I can give you like a material object, like something that I have, but I'm not gonna give you any of my knowledge. Any
Some
kind
scales?
of. You already have one
That's
of
what
my
you think.
skills.
That's what you think. Oh my god.
What do you want my scales for?
Hang on, I already gave you her scales.
Yeah, what would you do with my scales?
My magic?
Yeah, but I feel like that would
I'll-
directly affect me.
All you care about is the gorilla bringing back.
in a
Will it-
very bad way.
Will it directly
Trying to
affect
size it
her?
up, like,
Will it blend?
Of course it will.
Of course it will.
Yeah, I don't like
It's
that.
a great blender.
How about some hope from the cleric?
That sounds like
Our-
a terrible idea.
I have some
We have-
screamer mushrooms.
We have
They
physical.
are.
We have physical things to
Oh,
offer
lit.
you in return for a physical thing.
Do you have any magical items?
Rob, I've got something she might be interested in.
I'm still sizing up
real?
my situation.
That was it, yep.
Yeah, I mean, we got that thing before we came here. The sitar. I got something that she'd be interested in. You understand?
You want to give her the sitar?
I mean, it's a magical item that she's kind of looking for. She's requesting magical item for the, ape.
For trade? Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
Give it
It's
to
the
her.
moose signal.
That
I
was
don't
the
know.
moose
I don't know
signal.
what you guys are talking about with the moose signal. I missed something.
Murder
You're not
her
supposed
face.
to. I don't wanna.
It's murder time.
Okay.
My patience grows thin.
Yeah,
That's
murder
okay.
time is fun time.
What about this sitar here? I'm just holding it up.
Alright, so
Okay,
That's
wait. I was over
not
here.
half the size of a sitar.
Yeah. I mean, I'm holding it by the
Alright.
neck.
Right.
alright.
I'm holding it by the neck. So I'm
You
just.
guys, are you sure you want to do this?
I
It's
understand
already
it's large.
happening.
Alright, so I
Sorry.
without
No.
as stealthily as possible. What?
Well,
do you,
you're
what?
the one
are
that's
you the
holding
only?
off.
Nah, before you do anything, because I gotta be able to attempt and assassinate. Sorry, I gotta go first.
Okay, that's fine.
I ain't. Yeah. Alright.
Just trying to suggest you ready an attack.
Alright.
Yeah.
This is a suggestion. Yeah, since I'm hidden, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try and use.
And I'm ready. I'm
You just
ready to
attack. It's not like
Um,
using
It's
assassinate.
okay.
You-
I
Also,
was
as far
just-
as reading the room, like, with her perception check, she notices a shift in attitude in the room.
Yeah, for sure.
Is
From
it- is-
inquisitive to planning.
Is it from inquisitive to confusion? Because that's honestly more flavor of what happened.
It's more.
What does
It's
this
more
mean?
inquisitive to.
Everyone just starts doing fucking.
She's just, yeah, everyone's kind of singling
the end of
and,
half baked.
with an intelligence of 16. she
Abra,
has a bit of
cadabra.
idea.
Yo, abracadabra, yo.
Well, my intelligence
Alright, I'm about
is
to talk to her.
17,
Well,
so
whatever the fuck Mariah or
You gonna talk to her as she's getting shot in the head?
Hopefully just stabbed
just mean, like,
repeatedly.
I don't know what you're doing, but it's like I have this wolf mask. That's pretty chill.
I thought I already said what I was. I guess I have to
What
be
are you
more
doing?
specific.
Yeah. What are you
I mean,
doing?
say your
Yeah,
attack.
yeah.
That's
I
it.
did.
What
Okay, I
order of
did
the
say
mask?
assassinate,
Yeah, I know,
but
but
like.
Yeah, make
but-
it clear you're attacking.
But they're
Assassin-
They're symbolic,
and I don't even
going
have one.
to
I'm gonna make
attack
You're an honorary member of the Order of
the
Mask.
head.
Yeah.
What
Well, I
are
offer you,
Yeah, definitely.
or Wizard's old one, but,
I'm gonna use
Aw.
my rapier
I think you took it with him.
because
Probably.
it's the thing and it's invisible. It's
Tap, tap.
long. It's strong. Rat a tap tap.
It's long, it's strong.
It's. I always feel weird about using it because it's like not.
It's magical. It's not the magical
Just-
one.
It just gives a +1 attack.
Yeah, but it's still
So
magical.
magic
Yeah,
is
that's
magic.
what that
Magical,
means.
yeah.
Yeah.
Magical. It's magical.
Yeah,
Don't
magical
know what
item
kind
gets
it
+1
is.
to attack, +1 to damage.
All right.
Unless it's got other
Yeah.
bonuses.
Advantage on attack rolls on creatures that have not taken their turn.
And didn't you get, like, a
Any hit on
special-
a surprise creature is a critical hit.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've got 3d20 rolls because of all
It's a magic
accuracy.
number.
Does that
Okay.
Warhammer that I got that fixes things, does that have a +1 to it? Because it's
I don't
magic?
think. I don't think so.
I don't think
just
it's
the
magic,
ability,
it's just
right?
magically
No,
mechanical.
yeah, it's magical, but it's not a +1.
It's
Yeah,
magical.
yeah.
It's
So
not
I was
+1.
just, I haven't put it down as a +1. I was just
It's not
checking.
a +1.
I didn't think so.
Alright, so you're attacking.
Yours is a +1.
Yeah.
Because,
Okay.
It
what'd you
was
roll?
before you fucked
Huh?
with it.
What'd you roll?
She hasn't rolled yet.
I have advantage, so that one is not the
You get
best.
3d20s.
That was
You
the
get
best.
3d20s of elven accuracy. And you also have my d8.
Well, I got a nat 20, so.
Boom.
Okay.
On the assassinate.
So,
I got a 1 and a 20.
2d8, 66. Because you're critting on sneak attack, so...
I keep forgetting I got you 66.
2d8, 66. These are kind of like extra fun things that I don't need.
Just roll all of those all at once.
You want to cut?
Oh, Jesus. Nice!
5, 10. What, these two?
Nice.
8,
Well, you know.
12, 22, 25, 32. Plus
Not my best.
6?
Yeah, so 38. No, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, 38 on one turn is pretty good.
38
Yeah.
piercing damage, yeah.
38 piercing
She
damage.
is
Yeah.
pierced.
Yeah, now she wants my blood. Though, so.
Well, now you're visible again.
It's alright, you
No,
got
no, she's not
I'm
invisible
not
again.
invisible.
you
Well,
got
that's
blood
what
to
I'm saying, she's
spare
invisible.
Yeah,
compared to
gotcha,
her.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Now.
Also, you don't have guidance anymore if you use it.
0 dice.
You still have inspiration. You're gonna have that for probably like another 8 more minutes or something. I don't know how long that lasted, but
That was a while.
5 minutes.
Yeah, that was an awkward
Golden
situation. Like when you're hanging out with someone with Alzheimer's and you give them a gift and then
Yeah,
it's
that
their
way
birthday and
it's
they
like
keep
Wednesday.
expecting more gifts because they have Alzheimer's and you don't remember that you already gave them a gift.
Alright, Alright, so you, as she's looking at the,
Oh, someone yelling out to
Someone's having a
it's a
fight.
party.
it's just the way it goes.
Yeah, she can't.
I can't do this anymore, Travis.
Everybody's ignoring her.
Yep, have fun.
We're ignoring you too.
Love
Yeah, so, what kind of mask were you showing her?
Oh, the wolf mask.
Oh, you're showing the wolf
I
mask.
was just kind of like distracting her, like.
As she reaches out for it, a rapier goes up and through her shoulder, like coming out the other side, the same one that Herambe Jr. is on, and comes out through, sticks out, you see sort of like a purple smoke kind of like sizzling
Oh,
away through her
fuck.
skin. As you pull out your rapier,
It's good, it's magic. It's good.
she
Magic damage.
looks
It's a
over
witch.
shifts to the other side of the bookshelf. Over here, looking through the books at the three of you.
I'm so distracted now. Okay. So she's hiding behind the bookcase.
She's looking at
you through the
She
bookcase.
shifted back. She kind of shifted through the bookcase and landed on the other side. Clutching the damage from the rapier, she looks at you, Wyla. You need to make a charisma saving throw.
Counterspell.
I mean,
This is not a spell.
Okay, never mind. Let it happen.
I love you and me.
Let it happen.
You also have you have inspiration to add to that, by the way.
Well, or alone.
Charisma saving throw?
9, no.
Charisma
13
saving throw.
plus 4, so 13
13. I would go ahead and roll that.
plus 6.
Yeah, 19.
19. Alright, so as you kind of like, as she shifts away from you and the blood is kind of dripping off your sword, you kind of look over your shoulder and you see her looking at you. As she does, she like takes one of the skulls off the side of her necklace, rips it off, smashes it and throws it to dust on the ground, and this green dust comes scattering across the floor towards you. And for a second, like, you blip out and you go to this dark place, like looking through almost what looks like bars on the other side, and then like all of a sudden it just like collapses around you, and then you are standing right back where you were as the smoke dissipates from the ground underneath. The hag just kind of has this sort of like distant look in her eyes as she scouts the room, like looking at all.
Can I roll an Arcana check to see what the
Slowly
spell was?
stepping back, and
Can I roll an Arcana check to see what the spell was or the ability was?
that's where we're gonna end the session.
Okay.
Next session we can.
It's all right. This is good. Fuck it. We're
That
fine.
was creepy as fuck.
We all have health. We all have spells. We're doing good.
Got all my spell slots.
We're all
Yeah, I have all
fine.
my spell slots also. I only took 8 shock damage. From
Yeah, me
trying
too.
to grab a fucking fairy.
She's still out there yelling.
Oh, also, I meant to tell you, I
Where's that plastic?